vision where you have this claw, and there was this. You remember the figure of the. Oh, can I help you? Jesus Christ. Anyway, you were all having nightmares. Samuel, you recall yours. Khan, you recall yours, and Z would recall his. And it's right after this where a lot of you awoke with kind of a start. Remember, Samuel, you woke with like gasping for air, your chest tightening, your heart beating like the drumming of thunder, and your sleeping bag that you were kind of slightly consumed around made you cold and was soaked with sweat, and the sounds of the waves were still echoing in your mind. And for a moment, you felt like your sleeping bag was the water kind of compressing against you. And yet there's still just stillness in the morning. You hear the birds. You have your ragged breath, and yet the taste of salt and the memory of a dead man's voice clings to your mouth like the weight of a curse. Khan, you recall waking up. Give me a second here. You remember the whispers of your final parts of your nightmare. You remember the shadows shifting, the trees shuddering, and a second heartbeat began to drum within you, faster, louder, the rhythm of something wild, something waiting. And then it whispered, "You stand on the edge of the hunt. Will you run?" And that's when you awoke. Sweat, also cold on your skin, and the echo of a snarl fading into the dark. But the sun has risen. Adventurers, you now have a decision as you look at the heavy crate that is lying next to the dying campfire. And you look at your path ahead of you. Daifu, you look at the trees that surround you. Arthur, you think of your friends. Your teammates, but also your friends. Locked away in the most fortified point in the southern points of Triumvirate. Possibly in all of Triumvirate. You look at your map. The X marks the spot for where the dungeons begin. And yet the sun begins to peek through these trees and lights up your camp, and you all awaken with different starts. What would you like to do, Talltidesmen?
You guys are ragged. What the hell happened to you? You look like you seen a ghost.
Connell kind of, as he wakes from his nightmare, kind of mutters something under his breath, wipe the cold sweat off his forehead, and get up. Kind of look around at the group. Captain, what's our orders for today?
I'm sorry, Con. You
Okay.
see, Samuel's just kind of like got his face in his hands, just kind of trying to rub his face to get the dream out of his mind.
You, huh?
Yeah, some wicked thoughts while I was sleeping.
Me too.
Well, Khan, what do you think our next move should be?
I don't know. I asked you.
Those bad dreams from having a guilty conscience and not telling us who was here at the camp last night.
Somebody was here at the camp last night?
Yeah. I saw footprints that don't belong to any of us around the campfire.
Yeah, that kind of happens in our group a lot, honestly. People just come and go.
What did the footprints look like?
They're bare feet.
About, like, could you, like, normal humanoid kind of looking feet?
They're humanoid, but they're a little smaller than all our feet.
Are you talking about Daifu?
No, that's clearly different from his feet.
Those are round.
Okay, well, why don't we just keep going in the same direction?
Just deflecting. How you gonna avoid the question?
Apparently.
Can you ask the question again about the little feet?
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know who that is.
But there clearly was somebody here.
I just gotta look at the captain. Gotta shrug.
I don't know. Barvor, if you want to go around and find out who it was, that's fine. We're gonna pack up camp.
You begin to pack up your belongings, rolling up your soaked bedroll, and the various rest of you begin to feel your stomachs grumble.
I'm gonna whisper to Olivia. They're clearly hiding something.
Where were we going? We were going to... I know main goal is still free. Okay, it was Cripple Creek.
But your main goal is
Free Arthur
Yellow Tick. Yeah, well, yeah. West of Yellow Tick, there's Fort Bellbrook, which you do know there's trees outside of that you could just instantly teleport to at any moment, because Daifu can help you walk through plants.
But were we going to? Were we going to Kingmaker?
That's up to you guys. That's in Cripple Creek, and the only contact you really had was you have 2 weeks to do that. And also,
no. We have 2 weeks to deliver.
Yeah,
we have 2 weeks to deliver it.
Yeah, for
that's not
the
the Kingmaker.
bottles. That's not the Kingmaker. Kingmaker's just there. You can just go there whenever.
We wanted to talk to him because we believed that the Boggle told us he was kind of one of the people who I guess finance all the Grease Peak stuff. And
at least at one point.
And he would have connections to the other. What the fuck word was it? The fucking nobles. The other nobles that might run Grease Peak. See, we were trying to figure out if they had a contract with the devils. That's what it was. Well, I mean, I guess our plans, Captain, are either continue to Cripple Creek or Yellow Tick.
Well, we have some time for the thing in Cripple Creek, right?
Well, the Cripple Creek we can do.
We have time for both.
We have 2 weeks to get straight to Yellow Tick.
No, the crate was going to
Yellow Tick.
That they're...
Right?
I thought the crate was going to Black.
No. Yeah, the crate's going... Yeah, the crate's going... Well, I thought the crate was going to Cripple Creek.
No. Cripple Creek is just where what's-his-name was. The Kingmaker guy. They were different places.
I think it's going to San
Oh, no, yeah. It is going to Sans Serif. Yeah. It wasn't Black. It was Sans Serif.
Get it there.
Okay. Yeah. But the Cripple Creek guy does not have a time limit. That was just information
there's no time limit.
On stuff for Grease Peak.
Yeah.
Trying to find out who is why people keep going there and sacrificing children. I mean, we know why, but why specifically that town?
Yeah. Exactly. And so You also know that there was technically like a lot of defenses built on Fort Melbrook, so there's a lot of things that can happen time-wise there as well. And there's also, well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Purple Creek, or Yellow Tick, or Sans Serif.
Why do we have to go to Sans Serif? I know I missed last game. Is that where the crate's going?
Oh yeah, you were here.
that's
Yeah.
what the crate's going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have like a crate of
Alchemist
fire.
Are we going to actually transport this crate, or are we just going to get rid of it? Or...
That is up in the air because we had discussed it's for the war, and or we assume it's for the war from Waker.
Yeah, if it's going to Sans Serif, since war with Odell, so you're right.
And we kind of just did it because we thought maybe the item could be useful, but then we just realized it's alchemist fire. We can kind of use it for whatever we want, or deliver it and get paid.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Who gave us the job for the crate?
The Boggles in Greasepeak.
Okay.
They make the alchemist fire.
Okay. Well, I'll say this. I don't know if I want to go all the way to Sans Serif to drop off a crate. But
I mean, we have a way
I don't know,
to shorten the journey.
Also, Devin, how long has it been since we dropped our ship off? We dropped it off in around Yellow Tick to get worked on, right?
no, we dropped it off in Agadam to get fixed, and then we got teleported to Yellow Tick, and then we ended up up north.
Argendam? No, we were way
Yeah.
past Argendam.
I don't
We were
think it
over
was
here at the waterfall.
No, yeah, it was Argendam where you stopped to get it fixed.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Um,
And we also added upgrades to it too in there, because there's I remember it was the last town on the river before.
Really? Was
Yellow
it
Tick.
Argendam?
Yeah.
it was.
I thought the waterfall was over here and we took it. That's where we kept pointing at the map.
Let me look at the city map just to make sure here.
Either way, it's fine. I just didn't think it was that far back.
I mean, it's been a while, so I assume that the ship followed our directions heading. It might be near Yellow Tick or at Yellow Tick.
Because when did we teleport?
When we went to the mountain by Argendam. That's how I know it was Argendam, because we went that mountain right north of there. Remember we got sent to hell or something, and then we ended up by Yellow Tick. Yeah, pretty sure that mountain north of Argendam is where we went to fight.
Yeah, I know we got. I know we did that, but I don't remember
Yeah.
him teleporting us to Yellow.
Yeah, it is Argendam. Yep. So you have ship repairs in Argendam. It's been about. Give me a second here.
I think we rushed it, so it's
One,
supposed to be like
two,
a
three,
few
four,
days
five,
for the
six.
repair, and then they were supposed to head towards Yellow Tick, I think. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
6. I think it's been about 5 or 6 days since you ordered the repairs.
Damn, it's only been that long.
I don't think we told her we were going to Yellow Tick.
Oh, I thought we did.
Unless somebody used one of the stones. Like I said, I don't know. That's usually Captain Z or the doc that do that stuff. So.
Yeah.
Because I know we just left to do the job, but I don't remember.
I thought someone sent them a message, or maybe I'm
Said
just
not
thinking
sure.
of
Give
something
me a
else.
second here. Yeah, I think it's 5 days. Since you've ordered the request at least,
Okay.
The other thing
because your
we
ship
did-
was somewhere else and was on the way there. So give me a second. Okay, yeah. it's been your ship got there relatively quickly, so we'll say that it's been about 3 days of them getting repairs. That's just meta knowledge. So it probably, if with all the things that they're adding to it, you gather probably another 2 days, and they could have all of it done because you did get it rushed.
Yeah, I remember that part. We spent a little extra to get it rushed.
So your ship isn't already there. Yeah.
If we think it's still there, we could always go back there. Get it.
Yeah, I was thinking the same
Meet up
thing.
with our crew, and then head back towards Yellowtick, right? Because the fort's before Yellowtick, it's not actually near Yellowtick, right?
It's west of
Yeah.
Yellowtick.
It's like
west of
over
Yellowtick.
here somewhere.
It's in the forest. It's right here. Like this area.
And Daifu, how many times can you teleport us a day?
Once.
Once? Okay. I was wondering if we could get to the crew and then we could also just head somewhere else afterwards, but if we only do that once a day, maybe we should. David.
Well, I assume if we would get to our crew, we would just stay with them.
True. Well, I was thinking we could, because they still have a few days to get the ship repaired, we could check on the crew and then head to our next destination, and we always can go back, but yeah.
I know before we do our breakout, talk with the guy who runs the prison, whatever we're gonna do there for the name of justice. We need our ships probably somewhere nearby for. Well, I guess we can escape through a different way too if we have to.
Well, I was thinking for escape. How many? Daifu, your teleportation is it limited amount of time, but any amount of people can go through, right? Or is it a limited amount of people?
It's 12, I think, right?
Well, I think it's unlimited, but there's just the portal's open for a certain amount of time.
Oh, it's open, yeah.
Whoever can
transfer
touch
via
it
plants.
in 6 seconds.
Yeah, you have like a round to get
In
everybody
6
through.
seconds, so yeah.
Okay.
Remember, was
Because
good intentions always had to rush through it.
I was wondering if once we get my friends out of the prison, I was thinking we can use Daifu's teleportation to get us out. That's why I was kind of wondering how many times he could teleport. To get us out towards a safe spot that he knows, or she knows.
Well, we would also need like a tree in the prison or something.
What? Can I see the map of the prison again?
I think we don't know there's trees in there, and that's what we discussed that last session.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like we know that map, but we don't know there's actually like trees in the inside layout.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Exactly.
But we know there's trees nearby, right? Like,
you're not
near
sure
the
whether
fort?
they're inside the walls, but there are some directly outside the walls.
Yeah, we know there's still forest near it.
Yeah. I guess also
That
if the
involves
fort's
us getting in and out.
yeah. Also, if the fort's getting attacked, there might be an enemy army nearby too. Because that's we heard they were using prisoners as cannon fodder for a battle at the fort, I think, right?
Well, prisoners were being to get their time down, right? They were being sent to the war. I don't think they were at the fort.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah.
There might
you
be a
don't
battle
know
there when we
whether
get there.
they're-
Yeah.
But
of course, right? Because it was.
But
like
I think
a,
it was they were getting their prison time reduced by becoming soldiers for the war.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're not sure whether it was actual forced conscription or not, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we know they're being used as soldiers somehow.
I guess also, before we break into the prison, we should just if there's some of them are being sent out, I guess we should make sure my friends are still in the prison, not somewhere else. At least if they're all there, or some of them are somewhere else and somewhere are in the prison. I assume the leader of my last group, Glenn, is probably still in prison since he was kind of the guy who planned the heist. And I'm sure he doesn't want to have him accidentally escape, and he's also stealthy like me. Probably could sneak away. And the other ones, I'm not too sure. I guess, do we want to head to Yellow Tick at least, or where do we want to go next? I guess. Or we don't.
Like I said, our options are either Cripple Creek to speak to Kingmaker, Argon Dam to meet with our crew, or Yellow Tick to get closer to the fort. That's where these are the three options I see.
Yeah.
Besides just going off and doing something completely different.
Yeah. For shits and giggles. I mean, I guess I'm torn between going back to our ship and going to the fort. At least to scout out the fort. We don't necessarily have to go into the fort.
Right.
Because I definitely think we should scout it out first, see what.
Totally.
And maybe if there's we can go to the fort and maybe Daifu can turn into a bird or something and fly around and get a bird's eye view. Though they might have some magical defenses against that, so I'm not too sure. Since the guy who runs the fort is a mage, if I remember correctly.
You recall.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it's up to the captain.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had my headphones off. Did you say something to me?
Yeah, where do
Yes.
you think we should go?
We said our options are kind of right now is either Argon Dam to meet up with our crew, Cripple Creek to go speak to Kingsmaker about information on the stuff in Grease Peak, Yellow Tick area because that's where the fort is closest to.
Hmm.
And then yeah, those are the three closest things.
And then, of course, you have something like
What was that?
and then you have something in like this area too.
Yeah, like we have to go to San Sarah if we can. What area? I don't know what hand you are. Yeah, yeah.
And
I didn't know if you
there's
were talking
also
about that
something in
there,
the
yeah.
Deadlands too. So that's like main quest.
Well, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to see our crew again. That's just the only thing I can think of.
True.
You guys want to put it to a vote?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're the captain, so I'm down for whatever you want to do.
I'm the captain, but you know I've always said we all make the decisions. Arthur, I don't know. I guess it's also kind of your call because they're your friends too.
Yeah.
What would you prefer to go do right now, if you could do one thing?
If I could do one thing, I would actually prefer to go to the fort, though that might be the more dangerous option at the moment. Because the ship, we know, is probably going to have a few more days of repair, so we'll catch up with the crew, but we won't be able to do too much there, as far as we know. The fort, we could at least scout it out for a day, and then we could always head to the ship after that once Daifu gets a long rest in.
Okay.
But that's my vote, but we all thought.
I also don't want to assume that we're just gonna use Daifu as some kind of taxi service.
Yes,
Whatever a taxi is.
Daifu service.
We use the rabbit burrows.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if I'm down for any of those things.
All right. Let's go scout out the fort.
Okay.
How large is the box of alchemist fire?
I can't remember how big it
It's
is,
not
but it's
large
in my
enough.
bag of holding.
It's
right
like,
now.
yeah,
Okay,
it's
cool.
1 foot by 2 foot.
Oh, I thought it
Okay.
was a large ass crate for some reason.
No. Yeah, it's just a 1 foot by 2 foot box. I mean, it's still a crate. Like it's made out of like, crate construction, and it's got a lock on it.
Like the
Yeah,
wine crates.
Yeah,
that we
you
use for,
also
like,
see that it
Brian's,
has
like World War
oil.
II shit.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And it has like oil thumbprints all over it from the Boggles construction.
And we know this is Alchemist Fire, which basically is like fire. There's something that blows up, right? Or am
It's basically magic fire.
okay.
Best way to
Because that
describe
could be useful in a fort to say. If we
To
do
burn
get
down
into
the
trouble.
fort.
Not burn down the
in-
fort, but
in-
we can cause a big distraction.
It's
By
effectively
burning down the fort.
napalm, is what it is.
Ooh.
It's like the sticky adhesive fluid ignites when exposed to air. As an action, you can throw the flask up to 20 feet. You make a ranged attack against a creature, treating it as an improvised weapon, and on a hit, they take 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of its turns, and they can end the damage by using its action to make a DC 10 dexterity check to extinguish them. So basically,
Am I
it's
the-
like a damage per turn.
Okay. Am I the only one who thought of Daifu napalming people, just being a bird and dropping napalm on people?
Well, then a lot of innocent people would die if we did that.
Well, I'm not saying. I just said a thought just went through my head. I didn't say we actually do it.
Thought we were on a mended path, you know?
Well, it's just a thought. It's not saying we actually. I'm not. Also, we're saying we do it on evildoers, of course, for justice.
An evil justice, you're saying?
Yeah. You know, authors are all about the justice.
Yeah. Arthur's totally about justice.
Do we have an alchemist among us? Maybe they could make it a delay reaction, and we give them to birds to make nests in the fortress.
Yeah, I'm not the
Whoa.
only one thinking.
I don't know if I trust giving birds alchemist fire.
Hell
Already
yeah,
bad enough that
man.
they're spying on us. Don't want to give them alchemist fire.
As we know, birds aren't real.
Good.
Where did you get that tinfoil?
But if we
The
can
birds
use it, of
begin
course,
to
to
awaken.
do a distraction, save your friend.
Also,
Yeah, that's-
I
I
just
just
don't
wanna
want to
remind
hurt random
everyone-
prisoners.
something happened last session that we completely forgot. Samuel has a treant named Lucky and is heading north of Wakefield
yeah.
to save him.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
A tree ant.
Yeah.
A treant.
But like, and where is it going?
It's going north of Wakefield to save everyone.
Huh?
Its command is save everyone. And he's doing that north of Wakefield.
Damn. How does he get a tree ant in Wakeley?
Oh, magic
He
bean.
planted a bean.
At Wakeley, or did it just randomly spawn?
No.
Right
It was
during-
just
during our,
near us in
right
camp.
before our watch.
Literally right 5 feet from you.
No, it's during watch.
I must have been
Yeah.
asleep.
No, I know, but I'm saying 5 feet from where we are. We're standing right now. It was literally over
Oh,
here.
okay.
Yeah, I can see the imprint where he came out. Look, right over there.
Oh. Oh, he's heading towards Wakeley. I thought you said he's
Yes.
at Wakeley.
No, he's going
Right.
to Weekly.
Okay.
I mean, he might be there in like a couple of days.
What do you mean save anyone? What does that mean?
I don't know. Sam, it was Sam's doing. I don't think I was awake for that one. No, I was awake for that one.
I think it was like meant the trees.
I think he was talking about just saving anybody he comes across that needs help. You know, just kind of being a protector, it sounded
I
like.
think he also told him to stay away from Wakerly. So they might not take too kindly.
Yeah, I mean, that's more probably something you probably ask Sam. He probably has more information.
Yeah.
Were we all awake during this?
I believe so. I think this was
Yeah,
before we all went to bed.
everyone- Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Well, it was during a watch, but I think you guys were.
Well, I think the
awoken
beam
because it
was.
happened.
Oh no, I thought
Oh,
the
yeah,
beam was
you're
before
totally right.
watch,
No,
and because
yeah,
the
it
lamp
was.
was during watch.
Yep, you're totally right.
He had Sam
Yep,
plant the
everyone
beam.
was awake during this.
Sam rolled for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
give Sam beans, but okay. Good to know.
Also,
So,
ally in the future though.
Yeah.
I guess current ally, but if we need him in the future, maybe we can go north of Wakerly.
It seems groups of heroes have tendencies to create tree ants wherever they go.
I know nothing about your talking.
This is out of character.
Oh. I thought you were doing it.
No, I'm not. That's why I'm not doing the voice.
Yes. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I planted a lot of trees.
Yeah, this might still be one down over in the Oasis down in the.
There was the boat tree.
Oh
tree
yeah,
at
that's
the
right.
city, the tree house.
Wait, is that the
All of
tree
your
boat? I don't even know if he's
stomachs rumble once
still
more.
alive. I think that boat was destroyed by that creature. Or maybe have saved it. I don't remember.
Should we get yellow tick breakfast or eat now?
Either.
Right. Do we have everything?
I'm good. I got everything I need.
Right. Well, let's find the biggest tree we can.
How does this work?
As long as it's at least about 10 feet by 10 feet, we can go inside of it and follow its roots to the next tree.
We're going inside the tree?
Under.
My life got so much stranger with you all.
You just realized that?
And my life started with being attacked by demons, so it says something.
I mean, I've seen some crazy shit in ours. I'm used to this by now. Because you would die
I don't
for
know if we'll ever be used to it. I'm definitely excited for the future, I guess.
Con. Real quick, just roll a religion check.
Yay, 0. 3.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah, you say these
paladins
words.
aren't proficient in religion.
No, that makes sense. Daifu, roll a nature check really quick.
Three, 4, 7.
Interesting.
I was rolling shit.
It's a beautiful day. The sun is rising, and you're excited for what adventure is on the other side of this tree. And you're looking for a good tree.
Alright.
You're looking for a solid tree because it can't be too thin because it needs to be wide enough for you guys to walk through. And so go ahead, real quick, roll a perception check, Daifu.
I'll help.
Okay, Barvor, you can help.
21.
Yeah. You and Barvor are like looking around for a good looking tree. Eventually your sprite, Barvor, flies up, sees the treetop, and spots one in the distance that's a bit larger than the others and points you that way. As Daifu, you maneuver your way, leading your team, the Talltidesmen, through these woods. Eventually you come across this large tree. It looks like a white oak, basically, that goes up and sprouts out very beautifully. However, it doesn't have any leaves. You see all the leaves on the ground are not dead. It looks like the tree's very much alive. It almost looks like it's been pruned or diseased. Roll another nature check, Daifu.
Ooh, that's better. 22.
Yeah. This tree is alive, but it definitely looks like it's in a state of decay from some sort of naturally occurring disease.
This
Actually,
is big
because of your
enough.
nature check, you would know it's actually the type of disease. You're not sure what it's called, but it's a beetle that basically destroys the tree entirely from the inside out.
Community of beetles have been destroying this tree from the inside out, inflicting a disease upon it.
Alright.
If I use this, I may as well would like to stop this as well for the future. Let's see here. This. Can I moonbeam? Do I think if I were to moonbeam the tree, it would hit the tree and everything inside of it?
Pretty sure you'll kill the tree.
I think it does
help
take
the tree
radiant
after.
damage, so I think it would probably. Yeah, it would probably harm the tree too much. It would basically engulf it in holy flame.
Alright. Let's see here.
But there are other spells. Or abilities. And it is still alive though, and it's a wide trunk. It's about probably a good 10-foot diameter, almost like a redwood trunk that sprouts up in like a white oak. Its branches tower up into maybe about 50 feet in front of you. Like it's a large tree.
Yeah. That might work. Okay. I'll cast Speak with Animals
Okay.
and shout out to sparrows and wrens, birds that might want to eat what is inside the trees.
Okay.
Oh, my internet's going. I think I'm still here though.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Yeah. You see a lot of sparrows and wrens begin to come out of the wood line a little bit, go onto the top branches of this tree. But go ahead and roll real quick, just for the purpose of this. Go ahead and roll an animal handling check.
Yes. I'm gonna guide them, but my D&D Beyond stopped working. I'll have to there it goes.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no worries.
Alright, animal handling. There it is. I'll use inspiration for this.
Okay.
Ooh, natural 20 for 25.
Damn. You begin to speak in Druidic and speaking in their own tongues. Kind of a mix between the two. A mix of being willfully like friends with the animals and coercing them towards you, and also a mix of having the natural hierarchy of nature come into play and sort of like in a commanding way, commanding all of the sparrows, all of the wrens to get to your position and do this. And most of them accept the request, free food, you know. You get about where's this? So plus, okay. I have a modifier for this. Daifu, go ahead and roll a d100.
Right. There it is. $33.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh,
Times 10, so that's 330 sparrows and wrens come out of the woodline and consume this tree, like picking out all of the beetles they can, getting ants, getting beetles, and you notice that the beetles that they're pulling out, they look like scarabs. And it starts eating this, and let's see, Barvor, go ahead and roll a history check.
Alright.
I help.
20.
Oh man, fuck.
22.
You
I was
yeah,
gonna offer
22?
him some words of inspiration, but
a 22 is sufficient enough, however. You notice that these are scarabs that aren't from Triumvirton. They're from some sort of desert. These ones look like drawings that you've seen in various literature. It comes from the Dale Lands in the southern deserts of Tradraken.
If there are any dead ones, I'll pick up a couple and I'll put them in like a small pack for later.
Well,
study.
unfortunately, there's not any dead ones as they're all being consumed currently.
Oh, I'll try using Mage
but
Hand
there are
to snatch one before it gets eaten.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll some hint.
Put some live ones in here, and I hand you 2 jars with holes in their lids.
Okay, I'll grab whatever I can with my Mage Hand. What do I roll?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Mhm.
21.
Yeah. You get about 50 of these beetles, handfuls of them, basically.
And I'll just jam them all into the jars that I was given and quickly seal them shut.
Yeah, these scarabs begin to like fight each other and consume one another, just out of
That's fine.
pure disease.
We don't need that many. We just need a couple to study.
Yeah.
And I'll just hand them whoever handed me the jars.
You can keep 1 jar. I'll keep this one.
And I'll keep one in my pack for later study.
Okay. You guys both take both of these jars full of these little tiny scarabs, and the wrens and the sparrows begin to eat for approximately 5 minutes, and then slowly they begin to disperse, still leaving a lot of these birds up in the branches expecting more. But now it just looks like this tree has dozens, hundreds, thousands of holes, little tiny holes where all of these beetles were making their nests and making this tree their home, have now been pecked out entirely. And it looks like it just a dotted landscape, almost like a battlefield on this tree. And yet it lives.
I might as well cast Speak with Plants, because before I lose the chance to. And I'll say, I am going to use your burrows to find new trees. Live long.
Thank you.
And let's see, that's a third.
Yeah, it says thank you, and then it will. Yeah, it can't move its branches, but if you feel them kind of twitch for a second, and you see new sprouts begin to slightly pop out in places.
Oh, good. We managed to help it a bit.
You are welcome any time.
And I'll turn back towards my party and say, all right, stick together. Do not get lost in here. And I'll cast Transport via Plants on putting my hand on this tree, and then I slink right into it. And inside this tree for the 6 seconds that we have, you see a bunch of different tunnels that are going into the ground, and I pounce through one of them with whoever follows behind me.
I follow right behind.
And I'll grab Levy so she doesn't get distracted by the sight.
Arthur, as you see Daifu put their hand on the tree and push themselves into the tunnelway that they've created, and then finds one of them. Before you see them enter into the tree, right as they enter into the tree, you see 2 moons in like radiant green energy begin to appear, and right where they intersect, that's where the portal kind of pushed in, and you saw Daifu go through. So you follow, seeing these 2 rings kind of apparate, and you go through the center of them. You all do this?
Yeah.
I'll push Fury through, because technically Fury's still with us.
All right, Levy. No,
Yeah,
don't get
Fury's
distracted.
like-
You gotta come through. Come on.
Fury like neighs in defiance for a second, and then goes, "Oh, fine, let's go." All right. So, everyone's going through the portal.
Yeah.
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 And how close are you getting to Fort Belbrook?
I am going to one of the many trees that we saw on the outskirts of Yellowtick, like north of the river.
North of the river. Okay. How many miles away from Yellowtick would you like to be? Oh, sorry, from Fort Belbrook would you like to be?
Probably. We saw that Fort Belbrook had like lots of plains of areas, so they had like good vision. So probably at least 5 miles.
Okay. You. Let me see here.
Because I recall the grounding flattened out so they could like have good vision.
Yeah. So, you teleport north of the Ronin River, finding one of the trees that line the old Scunthorpe Way. A lot of the trees come from the Pelhampton Forest, and you find one. You remember one close to the road, and you teleport to it. As you walk through, first off, the weather's much different down here. It's not quite as chilly as where you were. There's a breeze, but it smells like smoke, like a campfire. And you look up and you see there's a dense, thick, black cloud above, Fort Belbrook. You can't quite see the fort, but directly where the position of the fort should be, there's multiple streams of black smoke.
Okay. We all see this as him, right?
As soon as you walk through the woods, you find yourselves on the old Scunthorpe Way, and you look that direction, and that's what you see.
I'll go, that's either a good sign or probably a bad sign.
With our luck, it's
Should
probably
we-
bad.
Well, it might be a good distraction to break people out of prison, but also might be...
True. Well, hopefully their guys are not being used as meat shields.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. And I'll start, not running, but like walking fast towards the fort. Just so I can get a better view of what's going on.
Yeah, I'll follow.
I'll follow along.
Alright. You guys all moving then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will mount Fury.
All of your stomachs grumble once more as you look at the smoke in the distance.
Oh,
mount
you know,
Fury.
ration. Why,
Yeah.
Yeah, ration
Their
time.
stomachs rumble.
Okay.
don't
You all
have-
begin to eat rations, prepping your bodies for whatever is going to come next. You walk through the woods for a moment. Daifu, make a perception check.
Ooh, 12.
Yeah, you see 3 different animals: a deer, a black bear, and a raccoon. That aren't really in a hunt and not really in a fight of survival against one another. However, they're all heading east together.
This is who the other party saw.
Are they on their hind legs?
Yeah, right. Interesting. Are they going the same direction we are?
Nope, you guys are heading west.
Okay.
They're coming
They're
toward-
running.
Towards the
They're
fort.
running
They're
away from
running
the
away
fort.
from the fort.
Yeah, so would they be coming towards us then?
Yeah,
'Cause we're heading west.
they're
or
not
heading
going
east.
directly. Yeah, they're not going directly
they're-
towards you. They're off
They're
to like
kind
the
of
east a little
passing by
bit.
us almost.
They're passing by you. Yeah.
Let me see how
Are they on the
long-
hind legs or are they just moving like regular animals?
Nope, moving like regular animals. The only odd
Alright.
part is that they're all just together in fleet.
Yeah.
Has it been 10 minutes since we teleported, or has it been more?
At this rate, yeah, it's been about 5 minutes since you've seen this.
Okay, I'll ask them. Who are you running from? What did you see?
Run! Run! Yes, indeed! Run! The whole land is ablaze!
Okay, run to safety. I turn to the party.
Raccoon looks at you. Do you have food? Food, please!
I'll spare a ration to this group, or to this one that asked.
Thank you, Warmonger, thank you! Begins to run.
They're obviously afraid. Fire, lots of fire.
Oh, that's
Maybe
not
even
all-
war.
not all
They-
that black smoke.
As I
Yes,
hear
we
that,
might
I
want
kind
to.
of start running towards the fort now.
Yeah, I'll trail along.
Running for the next few miles, hearing the clinking of your gear as you, well, some of you run, some of you use your mounts to
Yeah,
follow
I'll say if I
pace.
see Arthur go faster, I will ride faster and then grab Arthur to give him
Yeah.
extra speed.
Yeah, for the purpose of this, you'll grab Arthur. You can even, I mean, fear you can have 2 people on it if
I'll die.
Um,
I'm on full plate, so I'll jump off.
Oh, true.
Grab. Take Arthur.
Fury
Thank you,
does like
buddy.
a drift, and then you grab on Arthur as he continues running, and he starts huffing, going ahead of the party a little bit.
I landed on a rock.
Con, you're like, pick yourself up, and you keep walking, well, running in full plate now. You guys travel for the next probably good 40 minutes or so. Arthur, you get there in about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And what you see, and this is for all of you when you arrive here, but Arthur, when the fort finally comes into view, you see that the area is not a mere place anymore. It is an event. A living, howling entity that seems to be tearing itself apart. The very land under you groans under the weight of seemingly endless violence. You see that there's thunder cracks, but there's no clouds. It's not from storm, but from spells colliding with flesh mid-air like angry gods locked in debate. And you stand now on the edge of this woodland, an open land, in a scorched grove, on the edge of a war front in full frenzy. And the once rolling hills have been flattened by siege and trampled by the boots of thousands. Craters dot the land like open wounds, many still smoking. Limbs stick out of the dirt at grotesque angles, and the air is thick with the iron tang of blood and the acrid sting of sulfur. And as you now come upon it, a choking density of ash that falls. You hear something blows out next to you. Kestrels, move to the southern flank! And you see a Florian commander, maybe about 100 feet away from you, charging in just in time for a stone projectile launched by a mangonel on the walls of Fort Bellbrook, silencing his final order and the men around him. And you fall witness to the chaos that begins to surround you. The shrieking of wounded horses, the clash and sparks of steel in the distance, the crackle of wildfires becoming unchecked, and every sound is drowned in the ceaseless, primal roar of war. To your left, Cordelians plow through trenches mounted upon their wingless drakes, their blades and hammers pulverizing the Florian defenders like insects. And to your right, a Florian battalion forms a shield wall around a ruined siege tower, singing war hymns through bloody lips as arrows fall upon them like a black rain from the walls. A circle of druids within that crumbled mass summons writhing roots and vengeful storms, dragging their dragonborn enemies into the ground as their comrades weep with exhausted joy. Overhead, the sky is a war zone unto itself. Wyverns and griffins begin spiraling in death duels, their bodies and mounted riders slamming into the earth like meteors. You see one slams about 50 feet away from you. A Florian sorcerer explodes mid-air as a lightning bolt catches his flight spell. His remains fall in a burning spiral through the battalion below, causing even more mass chaos. And above it all, you see the walls of Fort Bellbrook. A grim monument watching the slaughter unfold. Its walls are strong and blackened by the warfront. Its towers cracked but firm. And yet, the Florian flags flutter. Liar's cloth. Now that you know who commands it within. Cordelian officers stalk the parapets, eyes sweeping for survivors, giving false signals to lure stray Florian troops into ambushes. You see soldiers abandon rank to rescue fallen comrades, only to be cut down. You see the field medics and clerics fighting with one hand and searching and healing with the other. You see a man laughing, swordless, charging into the fray with just a broken spear, and he dies before your eyes with a torn tabard of yellow turning to red. The fort's entrance, you see, is slick with blood and strewn with corpses, but within the central keep, there's an eerie calm. That's where he is, the traitor, and the architect of this slaughter. Hidden behind stone and spell, communes with something no mortal should ever attempt to command. Deep beneath the screaming earth, in a chamber where no sunlights even dare to enter, the orb of dragonkind pulses like a buried sun. It glows with a hateful longing, like it remembers what it was to soar above trembling cities and knows it will do so again. You feel just the presence of Dominicus feeding this orb with death. And even upon the winds, Arthur, roll a perception check.
17.
You hear a slight, even through all of the battle, all of the chaos, a chant. A chant with fanatic devotion that can be heard like a whisper, trying to drag worms, dragons, from their eternal slumber. to stitch their souls into flesh and unleash them upon the Flornian resistance. And you know, in the black, damp dungeons, you know, you may have friends, shackled, forgotten, but maybe not for long. The war is not coming to Fort Bellbrook. The war is already here. You stand in awe as it is sharply broken by a Flornian lieutenant who looks unrecognizable through the soot and ash that paints his face. He walks up to you, Arthur, as you are watching this chaos unfold, and your party members finally catch up to you, huffing and puffing. You lot seem capable. Get those scale-skinned fucks off the battlements. The ballistas are causing way too much damage to our infantry, and we are being thinned out. We don't have much time. Rain is already here, doing her best to stop the production of worms, but I haven't heard reports of her in over an hour. Please, get to it, and that's an order. And he looks around, confused for a second, looks in the chaos, and then charges back in. Disappearing into the crowd.
What the hell's going on?
What did he say he wanted us to attack? The guys on the walls? Well,
The
The ballistas are causing too much damage.
Oh.
Battlements.
What the hell's going on in there? Did you get a good view, Arthur?
of what I can tell what's going on.
You guys are... Bring you in here. Oh, shit.
So are the Flornians attacking the fort, basically? Or they're trying to
Correct.
relieve the fort?
The Flornian, remember, it was a Flornian-owned fort, but
With that
the
dude
Cordelian
trade
spy was in front of it. Yeah, as a Cordelian trader was in front of it, or sorry, owned it. And now the battlements have been replaced with Cordelian soldiers.
Okay, gotcha.
But they still have
Basically-
Flornian flags on the fort.
Yeah. So it was Floridian, but it's now basically Cordelian. Because the guy,
Exactly.
I think you hate, is the guy you hate, Demarcus?
Yes, I do. I
Oh.
pay.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, that sounds like a war
And
crime.
he's trying to summon dragons?
That sounds like another war crime.
Say there's crime about,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
justice needs to be served?
There you go, Khan.
He's bringing the dragons back. As interesting as seeing a live dragon would be, I don't think it's a good idea to let him go through with it.
Where are we at? Oh, we're over here.
Not a character. We let him go through with it so we could also fight the dragon.
Hmm.
No, that's something Kai would say.
That's where he said out of character.
Yeah.
We're over there.
Another character here. We should let the dragons free.
Yeah, in the behind the fort, you guys hear, hey, you guys should totally kill that guy and let the dragon come out.
Who is that?
A ghost. And the ballista is what the guy said for us to attack, right? The things on
That's
the
what he
wall
said.
there.
That's what he ordered. Yep, that's what he ordered you to do. He says that the ballistas are causing too much damage to our infantry, and they're being thinned out. They don't have much time. Rain is already doing her best to stop the production of worms, but he hasn't heard reports of her in over an hour.
And when you mean ballista, you mean the things on just on this wall, or technically on all the whole wall? Because I only see on like 2 walls.
Half of the wall has already been taken care of.
Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Where
Well,
are we?
actually, I guess it's on the wrong side, but yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
So where do we show up here?
You're off in the corner here.
Okay.
And who the fuck is Vulcan Crex next Blackwind? Let's see. You look 40? I guess we can't. You look 40 or what?
He looks like a Dragonborn.
I don't think we could see.
There is.
Oh yeah, when I can.
There's infantry like positions and the like archer positions that people are taking up. They're organized infantry, and at the center of it, you do see there's a large dragonborn in red and gold armor, full plate, and he seems to be the one commanding everyone. At least out here on the front lines. Also, Rain is not here. It's just Cormac Sweetwood there.
Do we know who Sweetwood was? Sounds familiar.
I'll be right back.
Sweetwood Mac.
You do know that both of these families are descendants of the actual houses. You would know Sweetwood is
the noble family,
part of
right?
Yeah, it's part of House Astor, and House Astor is part of the Flornan family.
Right.
So it's like distant cousins, basically.
Shit, perfect timing.
And House Blackwind is part of House Crowguard, and which is funny. And then Crowguard is part of House Cordelia.
Perfect timing, Doc. We're going to need our medic.
Oh boy, I'm still driving home, but I'll be home in like 10 minutes, so I'm listening for right now.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Because you know we're in the middle of a war.
Aren't we always?
This is a little bigger than before, but... I guess not.
Trying to think of a good model for you, Barvor.
When you also get a chance, Devin, can you put a warhorse?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I still have to do that Hero Forge thing.
Yeah, no worries. You're a warlock, right?
Yeah.
We'll just put this for now. Oh, that's not good.
I mean, if the ballista are within 360 feet from where I am, I can hit them from here, from where I'm at, because of Eldritch Spear.
There we go.
We don't have anyone who could do a area effect, like an area attack, to get rid of some of these soldiers.
Nah. I don't think I get.
We could hide and get up to the walls.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I don't even think I was even able to learn Fireball.
No, warlocks can't get fireball. Let's just get
I thought
Unless
I-
it's Fiend.
Oh yeah, okay, that's why I couldn't learn it. That makes sense. Because otherwise I would have definitely picked it up.
I'm thinking we try to at least. Most of the party isn't the most stealthy, besides me and Daifu, right?
I can cover us in shadow.
Oh, that would probably help. That would definitely help. I guess I was thinking we try to get as close as we can without being seen.
I can also, if needed, I can get in real fast too.
If someone
But
needs
only myself.
help scaling the walls, I can help with that. I can help with two people with that.
Get on the wall, or just.
I mean, to get high enough to get on the wall if they need to. Or get
What
a
do you
good
mean by
intrude-
that? You mean like fly or
Yeah, I have the
teleportation?
fly spell.
Okay. And the stuff that's on fire, that's like just the walls on fire, basically.
Yeah, the wall is on fire. There's also craters that are like smoking here and there. That's not necessarily on fire. There's also well, I didn't draw them, but there are siege engines that are ablaze here and there. But for the most part, things that are on fire is just the battlements on the wall, basically.
Okay.
And this house.
Are the walls bricks made out of stone?
They are made out
I
of
know it
stone,
sounds
yeah.
weird, but okay.
No, yeah. The fort is made out of stone. There are like wooden accents to it that seem to, have taken damage already. But for the most part, everything is made out of stone with an iron gate.
How tall is the wall?
The wall extends up about
Aside from the
40 feet.
towers. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it
Perfect.
goes up about 40 feet. Actually, I'm gonna put these here because it does matter. Actually, now that I think about it. Sorry, the blister are gonna move.
Yep.
We're gonna go on this side. Okay. That is what you're looking at. That makes a lot more sense.
Do we
Okay.
see? I don't know if we can see from here because do we do the guys guarding the ballista? They don't. They're just like regular soldiers using it, or do they look like more elite?
There's just single soldiers running the walls. It looks like the only elite seems to really be Volkernex Blackwind here.
Yeah.
Cormac Sweetwood, and that's pretty much it. You do know that amongst the infantry, you have on the Cordelian side. Go ahead and roll a. You roll a history check, Arthur.
Okay.
And then Barvor. Oh no, Oz actually. No, you're driving. Never mind. Yeah. Con, go ahead and roll a history check.
12 for me.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, plus. Roll me. Matter. Roll the 10.
Okay. Yeah. Arthur and Con, you would both know these are infamous parts of these countries' military that normally you were trying to avoid.
Okay.
The Cordelian cavalry is called the Bronze Wings. The Cordelian infantry is called the Silver Guard. Cordelian archers are called the Green Reavers. And the Cordelian shamans are called the Iron Brass Choir. The Florian infantry have different names as well, but they seem to every unit has different bird names, basically. You have sparrows, crows, ravens, etc. And then the cavalry and infantry for all the Florians is kind of a motley crew. It doesn't really consist of any real formation.
Okay.
It's very like autonomous in a way.
Okay. Since the ballista are on the opposite side of the wall now, I was thinking.
Yeah, sorry. The Florians would have destroyed like all of the ballista on this side in their initial wave of attacks with their mages, and then obviously this side is what they were working on next. But this is where the heavy resistance is. So.
Okay.
You're going to roll an initiative or something.
Not currently. They haven't spotted you quite yet.
Okay. I will.
But until
then...
you're ready, then we will shortly.
Okay. If we haven't done anything to engage, I will activate my wings of flying.
Okay. Your wings kind of spread out.
Yeah, I guess we listen to that commander and take out the ballista, and then we can sneak in. Oh, once the chaos is ensuing.
Flavor wise, my wings are just fucking basically my armor basically just becomes metal wings at the end.
Nice.
Oh, that's sick.
I can return those stones back to which the mud they were born as, in the southwestern part of the wall.
Oh. Okay.
Who said that?
If we can just get within reach of them.
Okay. In that case... Like, who is the slowest out of all of us?
I think everyone is 30 and more.
Yeah, I'm on a horse.
Yeah.
And I have wings of flying, so I move at least 60.
And I can dash as a bonus action, so I'm kind of fast.
Okay, so that... In that case, in the preparation, I will cast Fly, and then I will also target Daifu and Doc.
Oh, sweet.
That'll be since Daifu says he can damage the stone directly to let the other forces in, and Doc, as he can probably be a support as a healer if any of us take damage on the way there. So, all right, guys, 3 of us, we're gonna go attack the ballista. And also
Okay,
pepper
well,
those,
let's
pepper those
sneak up.
guys.
Let's try to sneak up as close as possible.
Yeah,
first.
yeah, of course.
All right. I'll cast without past without trace.
Okay, pass without trace. All right. Go ahead and everyone roll a stealth check and add +10.
24.
Reliable
DC
talent.
advantage for
34.
me.
17.
Wow.
11. Oh, actually 21. +10.
Yeah.
Okay.
I technically rolled
14.
a 14, but with reliable talent, it's a 34.
Damn, bro. That was wait. Did you add +10 with
Yeah, because it's reliable
Okay,
talent
okay.
makes me roll a 10, so it'll be 24, and then plus the 10 is 34.
And
I think I got the
roll
lowest.
for my horse.
Because his armor is made of hide.
Oh yeah, roll for Fury as well.
Okay.
We're
So
back
it's a
at these
D20 +1 +10. Ooh. So 30 for Fury.
Hey.
19 +1 +10.
Okay. Roll this.
When my mount is, does that make me extra stealthy because I'm on the mount?
So yeah, you were doing a good job of making sure your plates aren't moving while the horse is moving, and
Yeah.
Fury's doing a good job of making sure that he's not being seen and not making noise either.
Fury's doing that thing
you guys are
in like
working in
cartoons
tandem.
with the horse stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so do we want Han, Doc, and Daifu to deal with the wall and the ballista, and then we deal with maybe the rest of us deal with that leader, Blackwing? I guess we don't know his name, but or at least try to deal with the leader.
Not much I can do to a ballista. besides
Oh.
just hit it.
Well, I mean, you can kill the guards and turn the ballista against the enemy.
Oh. That should probably be a you thing, I feel like. You have
Well, I
the better
can't-
aim.
Yeah, but I can't fly at the moment.
Oh. I mean, I'll try to shoot a ballista.
I mean, they're bunched up, so I think you have to set the general aim at the general area, but we'll see.
Wait, did somebody cast fly on me?
Yes.
I have winged boots,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
so if that
There's
that
like
would
3
be
of us
better
that can
cast on
fly.
someone.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, in that case,
So if that would be
I'll-
better used on someone else,
Okay,
I
then
can
I'll
follow
put it
myself.
on Arthur then.
A flying Arthur.
I mean, then I could do
Well,
the
maybe what you
ballista thing.
should do, maybe,
Person.
is any of the spellcasters be flyers.
All right, who else can
Yeah.
You
cast
guys just
spells?
fly and like take out either the people on the ground or the ballistas.
I was gonna say I could do a lot of damage on these bunched up people with fireball.
Yeah, Sam could fireball. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Isn't
yeah,
he?
so
Maybe put fly on
so-
Captain.
Well, Captain.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
All right, yeah. Then I'll put it on.
yeah,
I'll put it on,
I
on
can
the-
cast it on myself, but I don't mind not using the spell.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Because I'm more
Yeah, I
of a
mean, if you already
I'm
cast
more of
him
a
fly, you
utility
might as well
caster,
cast on
so
Sam then.
like all my spells are most of my
Since
spells
Doc
are
can fly
utility.
himself.
So yeah, I'll cast fly and I'll put it on Sam and Doc then.
The chaos continues to roar around you.
And
You there,
so-
Barvor?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I pushed the talk buttons and I forgot. Yeah. So instead, yeah, I'm gonna put it on Sam and Doc then, the fly instead of
No, Sam or
Doc
Daifu.
doesn't need it,
oh
yeah.
Sam or
Doc
Daifu.
doesn't need.
Oh yeah,
Doc doesn't
Daifu.
Daifu.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, Daifu and Sam.
Sweet.
Okay.
Alright, and then I'll try to
So-
stealth up as close as I guess stealth fly and do damage, and someone will get the ballista. I'll try to stealth my way towards, I guess, the leader and see if I can get a sneak attack on him.
Okay, so you're going towards the leader. Who else is going with you?
I think we're all going forward in
Mhm.
general right now.
Yeah.
Right. And then when people
Also,
break
just remember
off,
for Daifu's spell, we all have to be within the area. I think
Yep.
if we get out of the area, you lose the 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay,
guess we can go up as far as we can without being seen. And then
Okay. Makes sense. So, as the battle continues to rage on in front of you, more stones get tossed by the mangonels, more bolts get tossed by the ballistas into the advancing Florian infantry. You see the Cordelians begin to ensue battle as well. People begin to die, and you begin to sneak up upon this fort and take advantage of all of the chaos. Wait a second here.
oh, that makes sense.
Before
Um,
I stealth, could I also cast something else as well?
Hey,
yeah, what would you like to cast?
Could have cast aid on Doc, Stam, I think it's right? And myself.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
+5 HP.
I sent you a message, Devin. Just a lore question that I just don't want to potentially spoil anything.
You can still flavor it that way without having an inkling of the nature of it. You know what I mean? But you can have hints. Like you can
Okay.
be like, okay, that makes sense. That it's like that. You know?
Okay, yeah, then that's how I'll flavor it then, if that's allowed.
Okay. Yeah. So, you guys continue to advance forward, taking advantage of the chaos. You see Volkernex begins to move into a southern flanking position as well, as he begins to order his infantry to do battle. Let's see here. You guys get to about right here. From here, everyone go ahead and roll for initiative, as the Cordelian infantry that's pushing through doesn't really necessarily recognize you're here yet. But for the purpose of this, go ahead and just roll initiative as we begin trying to sneak past the numerous waves of infantry that are coming towards your direction.
Sorry,
If
I'm
it's even
back.
possible. Welcome back.
Was that Dylan that just came back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have +5 to your max HP.
Oh, okay. Ooh, +5. Okay.
Cast 8 on you. I don't know when Doc gets here, he has it as well.
Did we roll initiative? Sorry.
Yeah.
Just start
You're
now.
about to roll right now. And once we roll initiative, if we need, we'll take a 5-minute break and then we can come back to it.
I think Adelaide's supposed to roll.
Yeah, she's in the bathroom currently.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Right.
Are we doing the 5-minute break now, or in a one after a roll call or something?
We can do it now.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Well, let's take a 5-minute break and then when everyone's back, we'll go ahead and start it. Like, need time to get the stat blocks set up.
I'm back.
Okay. Let's do a roll call just to make sure we have everyone here. Adelaide, are you here? Okay. Starting off strong. Oh, I see
I'm here.
she's putting the cat back in my room again. Awesome.
I'm here.
Arthur, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Barvor, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Daifu, are you here?
I'm here.
I know Oz is on their way home. and
I'm
Oz
actually
is-
here.
Oh, sweet. Hell yeah. Khan, are you here?
I'm here.
Samuel, are you here?
I'm here.
Alright. Samuel, what'd you roll for initiative?
11. Or no, sorry, 12.
12. Con, what'd you roll?
17.
17. Oz, what'd you roll?
21.
21. Daifu, what'd you roll?
A 12. I have a +5
Okay.
to initiative.
Oh, hell yeah. Barvor.
For the tie.
What'd you roll?
I rolled an
Yeah.
8.
An 8. Arthur, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 17. I have a +9 initiative. I know a few people rolled 17.
Okay. Get there.
Yeah, Arthur definitely goes before me. I have a 1.
No worries. Ace, you're fucking everything up.
Doc, you have 8 on you for 5 health.
Oh.
So 5 to your max HP.
Alright, sorry. Adelaide, what'd you roll?
23, natural 20, 23.
Nice. Okay. In that case, you guys have been sneaking. You haven't been recognized yet. Adelaide, you're kind of been sneaking around in this formation, watching the chaos ensue. You go first as you get right up about 25 feet away from these Cordelian infantrymen. You're low to the ground. You're blending in amongst the smoke, the corpses, and the divots in the ground from the siege weapons. All of you guys are kind of blending in with the chaos currently. People are running past you. But Adelaide, which direction are you heading?
I was in the bathroom before we left, but I believe our idea is to get to the battlements. I know a few people are gonna fly.
So what would you like to do?
Are the red people or the yellow people our friends?
Red enemy.
I don't know.
Red is enemy, okay.
Depends how you feel.
The yellow people are the people, like, technically the city people we helped last time, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Those are the Florians.
Yeah. The Floridians.
How will this fight work? Cause if I go up to this red group here, am I gonna fight?
So they use horde rules, which means that they can consume the target. Like they can walk in the same space as you. Give me a second. I'll read off some of the stat block I have.
Like damage cleave.
But they're basically, yeah. So they're like a large swarm essentially, of medium humanoids that are that big. These ones in particular, they have like mob tactics. They have tightly packed formation traits. They have the wall of shields perk, like the traits. They have some actions that I gave them. The archers do too. The cavalry mobs do, but that's only if they're engaged. They essentially just think of them as big monsters. That's all they are. And they can swarm you. They can occupy the same space as you.
Okay. I will go.
But you're also sneaking, and you don't think they recognize you, so
Oh.
they haven't noticed you quite yet. You know that there's a distinct chance they may, should you continue any further, but that's up to you.
I will. How do we fly and sneak at the same time? How does that work?
Well, typically flying and sneaking isn't really doable,
Possibility.
unless you're like super high up.
Okay.
Like if there was a bunch of like things floating in the air, then you could do it. But like once you break
Yeah.
like cover, it's like we start to see.
Oh, my spell does have a, but you won't be next to it when you move. Never mind. The shadow.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't make like sound or anything. You're leaving shadows.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will ready an action so I don't disturb our stealthy members. I will ready an action to crossbow bolt the first enemy to act aggressive towards us.
So this Cordelian infantry right here.
If they're
If
the
they
ones
were to
that
act
turn on
against
us.
you. Okay. All right. So you're not moving. You're staying here and you're holding an action.
Yeah.
As you guys are progressing, you see Adelaide stops and holds out her crossbow, waiting. Adelaide, you fall witness to the Volcranex Black Wind here. Who goes next? He's going to go here. He's going to multi-attack the trebuchet. Okay.
Trying to break our siege weapons.
You see, as he attacks the trebuchet with his blade, well, he's actually using like a large morning star, like a mace with a bunch of spikes coming out of it. And every time he hits the trebuchet, it explodes in fire, and on the third hit, it just completely crumbles to the ground. And he's gonna move right here. He points towards the Floridian infantry in front of him. Silver Guard, show them who you are. And with that, it comes to you, Oz.
Yeah. Okay. I was also kind of partially listening while I was pulling in. I kind of do remember going for the battlements. I think I remember that.
There are ballistas on the battlements. That is one of your primary objectives if you're listening to the Floridian infantry.
If we're listening to the Floridian, okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna head this way anyway. I'll go 5, 10, 15, 30. I'll go 30 just up to this tree. Whoops.
Yeah.
Oof.
So far, you are sneaking. By the way,
Okay.
all of you guys are considered stealth.
As a bonus action at second level, I will cast Kinetic Jaunt on myself.
Okay.
Give myself just an extra 10 feet. I don't provoke opportunity attacks, and I can move through the space of another creature. Damn. What is this? This is like full cover right here. This little bunker area
those
right
trenches. Yeah, those trencher bunker areas. Those are full cover.
here. Oh, sorry, I'm just gonna measure something out. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna hope they're not paying attention, and I'll use the 10 more feet I got from Connect John, and then I will. Oh, but I should stay close. Okay, I'm gonna action dash, but I'm just gonna get to like this side of this rock, so that the trench is kind of actually it's pretty far. I'm gonna go like right here, just so that I'm in line to run straight towards this bunker. But I will stay close to my team, and I'll end my turn there.
Okay. Again, your turn, kind of using the tree as partial cover from some of the eyes of the Cordelians. Again, there is like this thick smoke which slightly can conceal you, but even through it, you can see details of things. Let's see here. Rain is doing her thing. Sweetwood is going to finally go down here. Do this. She's gonna dash. Oh, sorry, he. And then, yeah, that is their turn. Arthur, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna continue my stealth. I'm gonna trust my team to do the wall for now, and I'm gonna try to go after the leader.
Okay.
30 feet. I'm gonna actually duck behind this tree so I get somewhat this broken tree is to get some cover from the archers if they see me.
Yeah.
And I forget if I'm stealth and I shoot at someone, do I get advantage? Or is it just sneak attack?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you are
you do.
invisible to them.
Okay.
Or stealth.
And then I will shoot the black wing with my short bow then.
Stealth gives
try
giving
to-
you
Okay.
advantage, which gives you the sneak attack.
Yes. I just for some reason I couldn't remember if I just get normal roll, but I still get sneak attack for some reason. And then I'm also
Use
going to
partial cover,
use
but you ignore that.
I'm also going to use the sharpshooter feat to take a 5 penalty, but if I hit him, I add +10 to damage.
Come on, net 20.
Okay.
21.
That'll hit.
Right, so
Go ahead and roll your damage.
sweet. So 9 plus
19. With a plus 10 damage.
what's 26 plus 9?
35.
35 damage to him.
Yo,
Jesus.
Nice.
And then I'm going to bonus action
Roll
hide again.
3 1s and a 2 on that sneak attack. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll another stealth check.
You have to, I believe you have to move position
Okay,
to stealth to do it again
how
because
mu-
like he knows you were there, so I think you have to move on the other side of that log.
okay, I'll
Oh,
do
like
that.
true.
I'll just
Or,
do it.
or move to a different
Like you have
log.
to, yeah. You basically have to break line of sight again.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll just move a little and like duck in the smoking grass, I guess. That works.
I think you have to
Or
move hide,
just the other side.
probably.
Could I go behind the log that was kind of like the other side?
As long as yeah, you can go. You could try to go like right here and see if he'll not recognize. But yeah.
I mean, I have more
Um,
movement.
go
I
ahead
can
and-
move if that works.
How much more movement do you
have?
have?
Let's see. I think I used 20 feet because I was right here.
5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, yeah. No, it's fine. You can use that log for now.
Okay, I'll hot duck behind the log and now stealth again.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
25.
So you duck out from behind the log, and through the thin smoke in the air, you spot, even through the infantry in front of you, the Silver Guard that are rushing forward. Beyond them, you see a stationary target, this large, dark red-skinned dragonborn wearing this red and gold plate armor, Volcran X Blackwind, who has his morning star raised high. You aim and you fire. And the arrow lands right through his shoulder blade, like sticks out from the other end. He looks down. Oh. You see he's still alive as he looks towards you, looks your direction, squints, and snaps the arrow and takes it out. Archers in the northern flank! Con. Or, sorry, Arthur, is that your turn?
Yep.
Con, you're up. What would you like to do?
I will start by casting haste myself, which also casted on Fury because I'm on top of him. Oh. I will. So they want us to destroy these things here.
The ballista
Yep.
ones.
Yeah, the things on
That's
the
what I-
ballista on the battlements.
That is what I
Does
was
that,
going
does
to
that does that include the?
The mangonels are up on the top. Those aren't really on the battlements. Those are on actual individual towers. You assume those probably also need to get destroyed, but they're more worried about the ballista because of the rate they would reload.
There's none on this wall over here, right? They're all only on that left side.
Yeah, they've been destroyed on this side.
Yeah, they've been destroyed on the right side.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Damn, it's so much farther than I thought. Couldn't even get there even if I wanted to right now.
There is an army between you and the wall.
Yeah. Fuck it. This means I either have to go around or go through.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I was kind of aiming
Or-
towards this trench. Because I was like, I guess
There
that's
are also other things that you can do.
I can go over,
technically.
like right now. I can technically fly right now and go over, but it's so far away. Like, I can move 120 and then dash, which is too.
Con, roll an intelligence check.
Oh. 5.
Okay.
Why would you even ask me to roll an intelligence check?
On the off chance you get a brainstorm.
Khan unfortunately never gets good intelligence rolls.
It happens.
Khan got pretty poo-poo stats.
Fortunately, like a ship, storms are a very bad thing for Khan.
Storms are kind of okay for Khan. Khan can breathe underwater. 250. It's just out of range to get to those ones.
Well, I mean, as long as we get on the wall.
Well, I guess, but it's like high. It's 210 like
There's
that, but like
40
but there's
yeah,
height.
there's 40 feet.
Yeah, there's height.
Yeah, there's 40 feet.
Oh, it's technically 250. No, 240.
Oh, it's well within range
There's
of my
yeah,
attack.
40.
I don't know why we're sending the melee guy after the ranged. 45. So I literally can't get to this turn.
I mean, you could try and damage the front gate, or somehow, or something.
Yeah, but then I'm between me and fucking.
There's so much.
Oh, yeah, what? That's the worst idea. That's worse than sending the melee guy after the trebuchets.
Well,
Hey,
Honestly,
I
I was
didn't
just
say it was a better idea. I just said it was an idea.
Sorry, I guess I'm just gonna fucking hop off Fury with my wings. So I have 120 movement, flying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep Fury is still hasted. I'm just gonna keep him. He has his own movement, right? When I hop off of him. Decided
Yeah.
intelligent. He's just gonna go over here. Yeah, and try to. I guess. Can he stealth?
Yeah, he can.
He's gonna stealth.
It's not typically one of the actions he can take, but I'll allow it because he's
Sure.
an intelligent horse.
He can play dead, like he's a dead horse. I'm sure there's plenty
Well,
of them
stealth.
on the battlefield.
I think he has advantage on Dex ability checks.
Oh, yeah.
From haste.
Higher roll this. Okay, so 12.
Okay.
He'll just be over here. But he's gonna be over. He's a super fast horse. His commands are just stay around here, run if he has to.
Oh man.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, buddy. I can't get you on top of a wall. I mean, if you want
I
to
get
fucking,
it. I get it.
if he wants to fight some shit, he's more than welcome to fight some shit. I trust Fury. but I will then take off action dashing as well with the hasted action to get 240 feet. I guess right next to the wall. I guess right here. I can't really.
Okay, yeah. So like right here.
It's 245 up, so I'll move 240 towards it.
Okay. Yeah. There's another portion of the wall here. These are supposed to be on like the very edge of it, so we'll just put you like right on top of it.
I guess I'm technically within reach of it, because I have 10-foot reach, but I don't have an action to do anything now. That's my turn.
Okay, so sailing across the battlefield, you get right next to the ballista where there's a guy that's in the process of reloading it. And he looks at you. What in the fuck are you?
Your worst
I
nightmare.
was gonna say.
Actually, I just say justice.
Wait, wasn't that Devin's Paladin's final words?
Justice?
No, your worst nightmare before he got
I don't
with
remember.
a box that a merchant threw at him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember that. That was so funny.
Oh yeah, I didn't live here at the time.
Yeah, these guys are going to go here. The Flornians begin to advance.
Damn, we're literally hitting a super fortified flank right here.
That's shit. The GTA 5-star heist.
This team does a lot of heists.
Damn, I took the grass too. Okay. Okay, they're all dashing. These ones.
Yeah, I just got a really good idea.
Trebuchet the horse.
Well, now it's probably another great idea.
That's a great idea. That's not a good idea.
I just have to cast Featherfall on myself before doing it, so he gets the Featherfall.
Oh.
Oh shit. Flornians.
Yo, I can't wait for later levels when I get the better Find Speed spell.
Oh yeah, greater.
Yeah, I'm so excited for it.
Okay. The Flornians begin to rush forward and commit more battle as you hear the singing of steel in the distance against the Silver Guard and the Flornian cavalry and the Flornian infantry. Cordelians fight back.
Well,
There goes our allies.
I mean, they're coming from one side. All these
Yeah.
guys have this boxed up. It's like, okay, so yeah, I was gonna ask, but no, did any of the squads like directly look up and point out Khan as he flew over them?
Some of them. What's your passive
Like on the
perception?
ground.
I was also definitely not trying to
Oh,
be
mine?
salty about it.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah,
I fucking bat out of hell fucking took off.
my passive is 15.
Yeah, most people you recognize didn't look up to see Khan do that. But you see there are quite a few archers that are looking up to fight off the drakes and griffins that are in the air. So they did see Khan kind of sail across the field and land on the walls. Which a lot of them were like confused because it just happened so fast. They're like, what the fuck was that? Was that a ballista bolt?
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, some of them did see it.
Did somebody just trebuchet a horse?
Nay.
Hey.
Ba-dum-dum-tsh.
Guys, I think a crevice been blown.
There we go.
Alright, made a little pathway to the
Yeah,
fort.
red carpet and everything.
They are coming on this side of the tree though now. So.
I was originally just gonna fly to the big guy, smack him twice, and then fly away.
Good thing you didn't do that.
Who was that?
Must have been the wind.
All he heard flying by was justice.
Someone's wrong.
Khan's just gonna become All Might at this point, you know?
Daifu, it's going to be your turn coming up, but to start off your turn, go ahead and roll a wisdom check for me really fast.
All
How
right.
fucked are we?
12.
12. You're looking around at all the dead and all of the decay, and you're thinking about how this is affecting you, your comrades, and nature. And you realize if you're trying to get past these things, when in nature, if you're trying to hide from things, you make yourself look like other things. Bugs that look like sticks that look like bugs. You look at the tabards that cover the dead, and an idea pops in your head. Should you choose to follow it?
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I'm gonna go to so there's corpses littered everywhere. So I'm going to
Literally everywhere.
take the youngest soldier and strip them of their clothing that I can find so I can fit into them. That'll be
your
my
action.
movement and action, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Which,
you go over to the nearest corpse.
Which soldier? Which army?
Yeah,
Red.
which one, okay.
He puts the yellow one on.
Hey, that was
Hey guys, I'm just like you.
Guy who's colorblind, he doesn't know which one it was.
Just a
You
mixture.
begin to take the halfling's armor that you have found, and they have taken a considerable amount of damage. Even this red stain is covered in even more crimson, but it blends in. Maybe it's on purpose. And you begin to strip them of their gear. Is there anything else that you would like to do, Daifu?
Yeah, I'll just make sure I'm in sight of my party members. That's what I'll do.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
All right.
It's much better
Yeah.
than
What's
going
the-
into the chimneys to hide. I was looking at this tiny little chimney on this house, thinking, is that small enough? Yes, this
Samuel.
works.
would you
Oh
like to do?
boy.
Hit him, Cam.
Yeah. So we're in
Oh,
the
you're
air,
flying.
right? Yeah.
No, I don't think you are yet.
Okay. I'm gonna fly 20 feet up in the air.
Okay.
So then I only have 10 more feet. I'm just gonna go 5, 10 right here. Yeah, you can put me 20 feet up or whatever if you want. And then I'm also going to need a 15-foot radius.
Okay.
You know,
Just need some light.
just I'm just gonna turn on a lamp. And
It's better 20 foot.
Yeah, it's 20 feet, I think. Not 15.
no, I'm not doing fireball.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and this Cordelian infantry right here.
Where is round? Alright. 15 feet.
Ooh, okay, perfect.
There you go.
All right, I'll put it right here.
Okay.
That's within 60 feet of me, right?
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, 50.
All right, and this will be Barvor's first time seeing this. I'll point my trident in that area,
Oh,
and
shit.
I'll say, "Drag them to Malargus."
That's
As a Eldritch gate opens up and 3 tentacles jump out of the ground. Right there.
Fuck yeah.
This again. Great.
Well, they didn't know we were here. They do now.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
They are large.
Yeah. Fuck them up.
Each okay, yeah. It's just a bunch of cool stuff. Okay, so then I'll need 3 of those. 3 old tentacles.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because then I get to put them in different spots on here. And this is also difficult terrain now. I'd say it's all of a sudden there's a bunch of seawater there. And it's like
Okay.
very slushy and hard to move.
Waves are crashing. The large tentacles, right? You can put them where you'd like.
No, it's pretty good actually.
I think that's kind of like all they fit. I forgot how fucking big these things are.
Yeah. Okay, and they each get to make 3 melee attacks. So
Damn, 9 melee attack.
oh no, they each just make 1 attack. So so this one will go for I don't know, just the nearest little this little pod of the squad. So that is 10 of this. 26 to hit.
That would definitely hit.
Bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You see one of the men, as it begins to like slam downwards just into this wave of soldiers. A lot of people go flying and land and pick themselves back up. One of these Cordelian soldiers gets smacked so hard into the ground he doesn't come back up.
Oh yeah. All right, cool. This one's gonna go for that one too.
All right.
23 to hit.
That'll hit.
And this time it'll be 17 bludgeoning damage.
Damn, you almost rolled 3 natural 6.
You witness the I'm sorry. You witness the Cordelian infantry get bombarded by another tentacle, and another time, one of the other soldiers falls down, and the Kraken tentacle smacks down on top of him, killing that one as well. You're slowly whittling down the infantry, and they are quite confused as to how they got in this situation.
Okay, this one will go for the same group.
Okay.
$29 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that'll do 13 more bludgeoning damage.
They are effectively considered bloodied at this point in time. As another soldier gets slammed off of his feet, goes flying about 30 feet out of the infantry unit, and just is unmoving on the ground next to the bunker.
Hell yeah. And, might as well get Rut in here too. So I'll summon
Hell
Rut.
yeah.
Okay.
When did we get a conjurer wizard on our team? We summoned, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, he's fucking Jin from Solo Leveling.
Oh yeah.
Jinwoo.
And I'll have Rut go and attack that group as well.
Okay.
Gonna go ahead and just start chowing down, trying to bite. So that is a 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that'll do 8 more. I'm guessing that's piercing damage. Yeah.
Another one of the soldiers. You see, he's like on the sides of the infantry line of his squadron, and charges out of stealth. You're up in the air, but you spawn him on the ground as he runs forward. You get a good shot of him slamming into one of these guards and just ripping him apart, tearing through his armor, going straight for the kill, and blood just gets strewn all over the battlefield as you see the Cordelian infantry is now thoroughly convinced there is another army that is attacking them.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. Following your turn, you'll come to. Give me a second. Barvor, you're up. What would you like to do?
Okay, let's see.
As you see the tentacles begin to drag men down into the depths of Malargus and toss them into the various portions of the battlefield.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, I can't see who I'm clicking on here. Hold on. Which square is which?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who's who on this field. I know I'm the blue guy, but
You're the blue guy here. You're Barvor. I'll name you. There you go. The red guys are Cordelians, yellow are the Flornians, and then the pink are elites.
okay. Alright, I have an idea. Might be a little crazy.
You also currently stealth.
Yeah. Hey Arthur, you ready for take a ride?
I don't know if you can see me. I stealthed again.
Oh,
But-
I'll just yell out like, Arthur, if you can hear me, you ready for a ride?
I'll say, can I talk if it's not my turn? I don't know.
Yeah, you can respond.
I'll say, sure.
Okay, well I'm gonna start moving in the last place I saw him move.
You get to run around here because he would have been in front of you. Oh, sorry, run around here because he would have been in front of you. You're looking the wrong direction, but he's off to your right more. But you're in the general vicinity.
Okay. If I can see him, I'm gonna grab him.
You don't see him.
Okay, well. Shit. I guess I'll look for him.
Alright, that'll be your action to roll perception check.
21.
I think you rolled a 25 for your stealth, right?
Yeah, I did.
Mhm. Yeah, you look around, still don't see him.
Oh, what a waste. Alright, how much movement did I use?
5, 10, 15, 20.
I mean, quick question. Since I responded, does he just know where I am or just know the general area?
I feel like you would just know the general area.
Yeah, I figured that just felt like
Yeah, alright, for the purposes of this, Barvor, I'll give you the... Using your action to perceive him, because he's so close and there's only really one spot he could be hiding in, I'll give it to you that with your action you can perceive him. Because there's only literally one spot he could be and he's right next to you. He's not invisible or anything. He's looks like he's blending in with a lot of the corpses and hiding behind one of the stumps here. I'll let you see him. That's fine.
Well, since I used my action, I'm just gonna... I guess I'll just take cover behind the stump. That's all I can do right now.
Alright. Following that, Adelaide, you're up. You held your action, but your action went through. What would you like to do now?
Okay, now that we're kind of giving it up, I will bonus action use my wings of flying to have 60 flight speed. See, Captain has these people handled. I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. My thing got messed up because it's lagging. I'll go for these people actually. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40, 50. 55. I will hit with my 9 live stealer sword and begin fighting this pact of Silverguard.
Alright, go ahead and roll your attack.
Natural 1.
Oh, jeez.
High or low?
Low.
You dart out of the cover of stealth and charge towards the silver guard in front of you. And you catch all of them off guard, and you go to raise your blade, and an archer's arrow slams right into your sword, blocking your blade from attacking your first opponent. And it almost knocks your sword out of your hand completely as you look to your right and see the archers.
Okay. I will use my extra attack for a 16 to hit.
That will miss.
I'll use my third extra attack. 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
$11 damage.
You go up to the first guy, and the same one you had targeted before. And this time, you raise up your blade and slash into him. He doesn't die completely, but you see he's lacerated in numerous spots, and he's hurting bad. The rest of his units in his squad kind of like begin to look at you and also begin to kind of swarm you when they get the chance.
That
Is it your turn?
will be my turn. That was my movement, bonus action, and action.
Okay. Blackwin is then going to, in a 30-foot cube,
Be right back.
you see Blackwin takes up his mace, smacks one of the soldiers in front of him as he falls to the ground, leaves his mace in the skull of it as it falls down, holds up his hands, and then breathes flame all over the 30-foot area. It's not just flame, it does other stuff too, but you see the the Floridian infantry that were manning these trebuchets both immediately incinerate in flame as he stands amongst them holding his hands up like some sort of flame god. Feel the wrath of draconic fire, Florna. And the trebuchet also goes down. And then he will move. Back the way he came to cover the flank. He will see Adelaide. He will see the tentacles in the distance. And then, let's see.
Ah, shit.
That'll be his turn. He's gonna move right here. He's going to, he had pulled up his Morningstar. He's going to hold it out. There are not archers at the northern flank. Looks like we have wannabe heroes. And with that, Oz, what would you like to do?
Well, so originally I was part of the flying team, but seeing as now we're just full on fighting right here and trying to just punch a hole through, I'm actually going to remain down here. I'm sorry, God. Because I think the fighting is going to get intense around here, so I will go. Let's see if. Hold on. Check something real quick. Ooh, okay. So how so with the horde rules, like what about spells that target single creatures? Can they target the horde as a single creature?
In terms of rules right now, yes. For horde rules, these all count as quote single. They count as swarms, basically, which isn't really single creature, I guess. Give me a second. What spell would it be?
I'm looking at this spell slow, which is a 40-foot cube, but I choose 6 creatures in that 40-foot cube. So could I choose multiple groups, or I mean that's more than 6 creatures, and like that's and
it would still slow. So yeah. Go ahead for the purposes of this, I'll say it counts as a single creature.
Okay.
Technically, if you want to be technical about it, it's a swarm, and you probably wouldn't be able to. But just for the rule of cool, slowing an entire squad seems cool. So.
Okay, great. Can I get a 40-foot cube, please?
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, here's the thing.
What are you gonna
I
do
could,
with your
yeah,
turn?
I could cast it up to 120 feet away from me. So, I'm right here. Like, yeah, I could. How about like right? Yeah, I'd prefer. Well, actually,
Yeah, you could get all of them technically. That's 5.
okay, is that all of
Oh,
them?
there you go. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all.
I will do that right there. It is a Wisdom 17 save from all 5 of those 4 groups and him and Blackwind.
Okay. They wisdom save 19. They both fail. All of them fail. Sorry.
Great. Okay, so their speed is halved. They take a -2 penalty to AC. They and dexterity saving throws. They can't use reactions, and then on its turn, it can either use an action or a bonus action, not both.
Okay.
And if they attempt to cast a spell, they need to roll something. I think it's just a D20, and it's like 11 or higher. So yeah.
Okay.
I will just, as I'm running, now that I'm in this just open field, I will just pull out my flute and play this super shrill note that's like kind of ear splitting, and it's just like slows them all within that motion just through my sound waves.
Yeah. With your slow, shrill music that apparates out of your tune, you see the dozens and dozens of men, Cordelian infantry and women, the slowed Volcranex Blackwind as well, all begin to like clutch their heads from the shrill music and begin to move sluggishly. Stop that! Stop it! No! Is it your turn?
I will use my bonus action Bardic Inspiration to give it to Arthur. As a
Thank you.
D10.
Oh, sweet. Thank.
That's my turn.
All right. So, standing in this open field as you maintain concentration on slow, and now comes to Rain, who's doing her thing. Sweetwood. Going to do their thing. You see she he rushes forward to the Cordelian infantry and begins to slash through them, doing significant amount of damage. These guys were already harmed before. Plus. Okay.
Oh, nice.
You see, Sweetwood goes into this band of Silver Guard and is very proficient with their blade. It looks like, blades. It looks like they're using 2 short swords as they just rush in and start weaving around like a champion, parrying all of the different weaponry of the infantry and effectively slaying them all, dancing through the steel. And then they're going to continue moving to go right here and attack the shamans when they get the chance. It is now your turn, Arthur. What would you like to do?
As I'm still hidden, I will yell, "Barvor, you better have a plan." And then I'll shoot at I'll shoot Blackwind at advantage because I'm stealth,
Okay.
and I'll do the -5, so I get 10 extra damage if I hit.
Understood.
I assume that hits with a 23. No, wait.
He does with the minus
more
5?
than-
Yeah.
Yeah. I rolled a 28, so -5. So
Okay, yeah. That'll work.
almost an extra 20, but whatever. So this plus 10. Ooh, 13. 23. Plus another. Ooh, shit. 44 damage. On Blackwing.
Okay.
Blackwing.
Wow, that hurt a lot. Yeah, he's bloodied now, definitely. As the second arrow slams into his chest, and he's like stunned by it, and he's like, "There are archers in the northern flank." He looks down at the arrow and takes it out, throws it onto the ground. Kill them! Kill that one right there!
And I won't hide because I assume Barvor is going to teleport me somewhere, so I didn't want him to see me.
So, as Volcronex receives your kiss of death, he looks at you, points his morning star at you, and screams an order.
I
So your
flip
turn?
him the bird. That's my final move. And then I'll
Hell yeah.
return.
With that, Khan, what would you like to do?
And I'll flip him off the British way with the 2 fingers, like with the arrows.
Are there men on these trebuchet? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. There is a guy. You're basically like on top of the trebuchet currently. It's strung up. He was in the process of loading another bolt, and there's a guy currently next to you. Just a single soldier.
There's only one guy on each thing?
One guy on each thing.
I'm gonna...
He looks terrified seeing you do this.
No, God, get over here. Just gonna hop off. God damn it!
Over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off the trebuchet to the right there, you know. Get in ground, get a nice little line so I can get all the guys firing these trebuchets. And I'll just kind of like look at the guy, shrug, and pull out the javelin of lightning. Throw my first attack with the javelin of lightning in a straight line.
Okay.
So I guess I'll throw the attack at the guy on my.
Okay. It
Or
would be a
can I aim
disadvantage
at?
'cause you're in
Or can I
melee,
aim at the
right?
guy? Or how does it work? Can I aim at the guy in the farther one? It's a disadvantage either way because I'm in melee.
It's disadvantage because you're in melee. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's fine. I care more so for the line effect. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my first attack, and I'll just when the kid's command word is just strike.
Strike.
So it is. 11?
An 11 will miss.
Well, they all need
but-
still though. Dex save and throws DC 13.
Which let me look at their modifier. They fail.
All of them will take 10 lightning.
Okay. All 3 of these individuals take this lightning damage as you miss the actual ranged attack with the javelin, and it like clatters into the stone in the distance. But the lightning effect that follows completely jolts all 3 of these guys, and they are no longer loading javelins and begin to take up their arms and look at you. They are all bloodied, effectively on death's door at this point in time, but they're ready to fight back.
Okay. Between my attack, I'm gonna move on top of the trebuchet again. I'm not gonna move just there. It's already on top of the trebuchet. I'll use my bonus action to shield master shove this guy. Try to shove off the castle if possible. Oh, I guess there's more wall here, or is this actually the end? How the wall ends?
Yeah. So technically, the ballista is supposed to be on the very edge of the wall, and this area that you're on top of is supposed to be like the walkway, the 5-foot walkway. But yes, you could definitely kick them off 5 foot down.
Okay. Contested athletics.
17.
Oh, dude, I rolled so bad. 13.
Okay.
Kill me.
Yeah, he's like holding up his blade and he blocks your initial shield bash, and he almost falls off. He like wobbles for a second and catches himself. Oh, by the guts!
My second attack will just be a regular attack with my Serpent's Fang.
Also, you do realize there are more people inside of the walls as well, which you probably had gathered, but you see there's a mix of, yeah, well, we'll get to that when we get to it, but you see there's different people inside as well.
Okay. I'll just attack this guy with my Serpent's Fang now. 12.
12 will miss. Again, he takes up his short sword and blocks your attack.
I'll use my hasted action.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, dude. 13.
13. He takes up his short sword, blocks your second attack. I'm fighting for my life here. What are you, a demon?
No, I don't feel like a demon right now. No. That's my turn.
Okay. With that, the Flornians will go.
Please kill some of them.
Move these guys. These guys too. You see the Flornians in a surge of vigor and adrenaline begin to rush forward and break through the defenses of the Cordelians. They cry out, singing in the distance as they clash with the Cordelian troops once more. Blood and smoke is let off in the distance. Spells get cast, and you hear the crackle of once more thunder and lightning and flames they down a lot of troops in their wave of attack. But the Cordelians will respond. Let's see. These ones can only choose to take an action or reaction, right? Or move.
It's it's an action or a bonus action.
Action, bonus action. Okay.
And the movement's halved.
I think they only can make one attack.
There we go. Okay.
Yes, they can make more than one attack.
They'll use their action.
We completely made them retreat off that flank, but now they're all here.
And Adelaide's won by some.
Wakan's on the top, struggling with a single guy.
Our paladin's struggling with a
It's okay.
single soldier.
Hey man, paladins aren't
We
really
can control
offensive; they're
those things, we
defensive. I was confused on why we sent me up here.
You can fly the fastest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that also means I can get to like the guy who's gonna deal the most damage the fastest and tank it.
Who? Well, you always can fly back.
Fair, we should have probably sent Arthur up here because he also has range. Or
True.
Well, about to correct that.
Sorry.
Aaron's allowing me to dog.
We're going to get through this round of initiative and probably find a stopping point. But let's keep going for now. All right.
Could we do 2 rounds of initiative?
We could try.
He really
Yeah, let's do 2.
I want to do something, but it's gonna take me 2 turns.
Let's see what we can do here.
They just
Oh, I didn't notice all those other guys.
They went
We
reserve.
hit them really hard like once, and they just told the entire army to forget about the Floridians and go towards us.
Let's see here. This is-
And then Sam's just hovering in the air.
Yeah. Looking down on the ant.
There we go.
Summoning Krakens.
All right. Adelaide, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Probably not. Oh, you are? Okay, sick. Give me a second here. You become swarmed by Cordelian infantry. You've never quite been in, I mean, you have been in combat similar to this before, but not to this scale, where you're completely swarmed with enemies and the only thing you hear is the screaming of men and women and the clashing of steel and the crashing of spells. These guys are going to spear volley you, which is the melee weapon attack. A 12 to hit, which I believe will miss.
They miss. I'm gonna riposte.
Okay. That'll hit.
12 damage.
Damn. So, you, as numerous spears begin to consume themselves around you and jet out at you from all different angles, the adrenaline makes things go in slow motion. You take your blade and chop off the spearhead of the first one, jump over the second one, grab the third one with your hand and throw it to the side and duck under the fourth. You jump over the next one, slash the next one, and do this process almost like you're in a dance. Jump, swing, grab, jump, swing, grab. And you dodge all of the spears in this process, looking like an unreal, just masterpiece of swordplay as you evade all of the attacks of the Cordelian infantry. And finally, to stop it all, you take your blade, and when all the spears have made their attacks, you completely lop off the head of one of the other ones. Is that your turn? Oh, sorry.
No,
that was just the attack on you.
Not my turn. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a second here. These guys are slow. They did their stuff. The Cordelian archers, the Green Reavers here, are going to... Actually... Yeah, they'll go here. And they won't quite shoot yet. They're holding their action. These Cordelians that are inside of the radius here, they're not slowed or anything, so they're just gonna try to leave.
It's
right, they're not grappling from their attacks.
It's difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah. It is difficult terrain. They'll use their action to do that.
Do the tentacles get an attack of opportunity?
I think so.
Okay.
I'll
Cool.
double check.
And but too.
Yeah, I guess I'm not also.
Yeah, I think they get attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
What spell is it again?
It's just my trident.
Right. Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
attempt
I'll
to
allow
anywhere-
attacks of opportunity.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, you could use your reaction to make an attack of opportunity with a tentacle. So,
Okay, so
cool.
it's your reaction though.
yeah.
It's a reaction.
So yeah, I'll hit him with this one. Is it? I guess it's just one, right? Yeah, it's not each.
It would just it'd be one
Okay, this one.
because use your reaction.
Right. 23.
That'll hit.
That'll be 8 bludgeoning damage.
Another soldier gets ground along his legs as he falls out of formation and then gets dragged down beneath the dirt.
Does what still get opportunity?
I think that also uses your reaction, doesn't he? Or is he separate?
Let me see here.
He might be separate, actually.
I think he's separate entities, so I think he. Wow.
Yeah, but it's like Hound of Omen, so he's like it's kind of he's honestly he's a
Yeah.
spell.
True.
Only against its target.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
You only
yeah.
can
So if
attack
his
that
target.
Yeah, that
Right.
this was
and
the
his target was
target.
this.
Yeah.
So yeah, he would be able to do it. Yeah. If his target's leaving, then he'll be able to.
I don't think a 9 will hit.
A 9 will miss then.
Damn.
He tries to grab another one and grabs a hold of the guy's belt and he quickly unbuckles it as he continues running. With that, the Cordelians got their turn. Daifu, you're up. What would you like to do?
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I will.
No. Wait, hang on. Sorry. Khan, the guy in front of you is going to try to attack you, as well as the guy next to him.
Okay.
Oh no, he can't. It's only literally the guy. It's only one guy. So. He misses anyway. He goes to hit you. It completely. You tank it completely as it scrapes against your chest plate, and he just looks at you. He looks at his hand, and he starts to tremble. Don't kill me. And with that, it comes to you, Daifu.
All right.
Epic battle
Dressed
on
up
the wall with the paladin
as a
versus the guard.
Cordelian. I'll bonus action hop, rabbit hop 20 feet up and fly dash using my action 120 feet to the wall
Oh, okay.
to give me maybe enough movement to get onto it.
Oh, fuck.
Bye bye, Defu.
The tentacle,
Somebody cricket.
like a fly trap or like a plant eater, man eater plant.
There you go. Okay, 120 feet, you said?
Yeah.
You could technically get to the wall right here if you wanted.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna size up this area, and that'll be my turn.
Yeah, you look at
Big plans.
the battlements. There's a lot of dead guards here. And there's the remains of where there were ballista here as well. But now there's nothing. There's just a scorched wall where you now stand.
Yeah, I start to move my hands in like squiggly patterns in the direction of this western wall, and that's my turn.
Okay. With that, Sammy, what would you like to do?
All right. I'll have the tentacles go first. Moving like within the. Is this 5, 10, 15? So they were still within 30 feet of this one's reach, so it's gonna attack. Ah, man, a 12 will probably
12 will miss.
All right,
The cracking tentacles starts to like slam downwards, trying to get more of them, and they all disperse.
It's just very targeted on that group. Natural 20.
Oh shit.
Oh, that'll definitely work.
Okay, so this will be 66. $16 bludgeoning damage. And this one will go for this small group of archers right here, actually.
Okay.
Uh, 29 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that'll do 8 piercing, or bludgeoning.
So the tentacles begin to grasp outwards at the infantry. This time, the tentacle swipes from a different direction than it was previously, catching a lot of them off guard, knocking down 4 of these guys. This unit is definitely not looking good. There's only about 2 guys left in it. and they're just running for their lives. The archers also get a nice wave of attacks to come in. One guy gets heavily bloodied as he stands back up.
And then Rut will run over and go over and attack this group again.
Okay.
21.
21 will hit.
21.
21 was not put.
Man, you stupid.
11 piercing.
He goes. Rut charges one of the last remaining two guys and just runs him down and starts to eviscerate his back, taking his spinal cord out and just watching the corpse stop moving as he thrashes it and roars as he throws it to the side.
Yeah, Rut. Okay. Now it's my turn. Could I get a 20-foot radius?
White color.
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Dexterity 15.
Do you
Fourth level.
want to hit the 3 right there though? You only hitting 2 with that spot.
Oh yeah, actually. Well, I didn't know if I would hit Adelaide with this one. So.
Oh yeah, Adelaide's
You
in
would
there.
hit
I have
Adelaide
got.
with that.
Yeah.
Oh, can you also
Um,
do here?
Or this lower group.
Because
You could do that. Yep,
That's
you
not
could do
Adelaide.
that.
If you want. And you can hit the archers
If
too.
you're just going for pure numbers.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, or you could go over here.
What about like this?
Yeah, then you can hit them. These 3.
These 3.
Or you could do that.
Oh, yeah, that too.
I want to try to go for these that are somewhat near Adelaide.
Yeah.
Or that. Get him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that one.
And you got these two as
Three
well
groups.
still.
This one,
Yeah.
this one, and black one. Okay, yeah. Dexterity 15 saving throw, please.
Okay. These two Cordelian infantry guys, squadrons fail. Blackwind doesn't move at
Yeah.
all as he watches it come.
Oh, he's probably
yeah,
immune.
fine. He's red. Probably right. He's a red dragonborn, I assume.
You saw he was dark red.
Yeah. Yeah, we still got 2 of them off Adelaide, hopefully.
How much damage, sorry?
30.
Oh, fuck. Blackwind gets consumed by the flame and doesn't react. He seems to be immune to fire damage. The rest of these guys, even though they're also consistent of red dragonborn, begin to just completely incinerate. Multiple people do, incinerating into charcoal and ash. But they still hold strong. They're not quite bloodied yet.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Following that, Barvor, what would you like to do as you watch Captain unleash his chaos across the battlefield?
Okay, those guys is coming up behind us, and all right, Arthur, get ready. And I'll grab Arthur's shoulder, and I will use Dimension Door.
Okay. 300
And-
feet, right?
Yeah, it's up to 500 feet. He's gonna have,
500 feet actually.
So you can go really anywhere you want.
Yeah. I want to go right up to here, like
On
five,
top, perfect.
like 5 feet up above the, so that way
Sniper's
it's
nest.
still within viewing distance.
Okay.
That way, it's nothing obscuring the vision. And
You grab a hold of Arthur as you teleport all the way to this watchtower in the distance, this gatehouse, and you see the corpses as people are, still working to defend this gatehouse from the siege engines.
And right before you teleport, you see bony wings sprout up on my back, and then we both vanish to the top of the wall here. And I will hide behind the crenellations here to recover until the next.
All right. So, teleporting Arthur and you up to the 40 feet to the top battlements and hiding behind the crenellations, you, that ends your turn. And it comes to you, Adelaide. You are surrounded by Cordelian infantry from all directions. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm gonna swing with my 9 life stealer.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a superiority die to precision attack that. $18 to hit.
18 to hit. That'll hit.
14 damage. I have my extra attack. Swing again. 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
13 damage. My third extra attack.
Jesus. They're now considered bloody, by the way.
19 to hit.
That'll hit.
10 damage. I will
Okay.
action surge. 17 to hit.
That will miss, I think.
I will precision attack.
Oh, no, that is their AC.
Oh, that hits. Okay, then
So that will hit.
precision. I will do that. If I trip attack these guys, how is that gonna work?
They're immune to prone.
They're immune to
Oh, yeah.
ten to hit. I mean, 10 damage. My extra attack. 21. 13 damage.
They are dead.
Then I will use my last. I already rolled it. I'll use it on the guys to my left. 26 to hit.
No,
15 damage.
These guys are also considered bloody now. Adelaide, as you are surrounded by Cordelian infantry, you they take advantage of the fact that you're seemingly an old woman and grow well, they aren't as careful as they normally should be. Even in moments of war, they're exhausted as well, and a lapse in their judgment is all it takes for you to capitalize on it. and with your 9 lives stealing blade, you move like a lightning bolt between all of these men and women, slaying this entire squadron and slaying multiple men of the other squadron that is next to you. You have effectively cleared like a good 10 feet around you, so to speak, and there's just bodies all around you. Blood cakes all around you. You feel the warmth and the stickiness, and it's not yours. And you're fighting well. Is that your turn?
Let me look to where my party is right now. I will go. You said I have a 10-foot wide berth around me right now?
Well, from 2 of the people. You have a 5-foot one away from these guys.
Okay. I will back up and take the opportunity attack.
Okay. Uh, 14.
It misses, and I will riposte. 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
13 damage.
Damn. Kill another man.
Then I will back up 5, fly up 10, 15, and then 20, 21, sorry, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I did fly up 10 feet.
Right. There you go. So, similar to how Rain fights, you fly up, you jump into the midst of battle or have the battle swarm you, and then fly out as you use your wings to fly back into a more defendable position. Looking at the amount of bodies that are now currently on the ground due to your attacks. That is your turn.
Yeah.
Blackwind is then going to he'll dash.
Oh boy. Oh no. No. I think he was jumping up.
He's still slowed, I think.
Yeah, he's so slow.
Oh, he's slowed. Yeah, fuck.
Half his
Give me a
movement.
second.
And he can either do an action or a bonus action. Also, I did forget the creatures that are slowed at the end of their turn, they can make another save to try to get out of it.
Right,
So
right.
the
They
horde
would do
can't
that,
make a save.
or try to. They both failed. Volcanex and the infantry did.
Yay. I am concentrating on that spell, so.
Correct, yeah. His action was to dash. That is his turn. He's slowly running forward, comically in slow motion. With that, yeah, Oz, as you're concentrating on slow, what would you like to do?
Ooh. That's a good question. Go like 15 feet this way, and then I will tap my heels together, and I'm also gonna go 10 feet in the air. Oh, actually, wait. Check. that right too. Okay. Before I go in
Should
the
be
air.
about 50.
Okay. I will. Let's see. Wait, what did I'm using up spells like crazy. I will. Dissonant Whispers, Black Wind. At the 3rd level, I guess. Wisdom 17.
10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55. You said at 5th level?
At 3rd level.
At 3rd level. The Cordelian Shamans are going to counterspell at 3rd level.
Fuck. Okay. That's alright with me. I will just go 10 feet in the air.
Could Dill, not that he has to, but could Dill counterspell the counterspell even though there's a bunch of them?
You could technically if you wanted.
Did I already use my reaction with the tentacles?
You did.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Use your
Never mind.
reaction.
I mean, I could counterspell it, but I need to save it, so it's fine. It's okay. It was just gonna be some damage to do something. Okay, and then from here I will Bardic Inspiration, Adelaide,
Okay.
and I'll hold. That's my turn.
Adelaide with the Flornian hymns in the distance and the music being played by your buddy Oz. You feel inspired looking at the corpses strewn out from the ground. On the ground, rather. And, well, it comes to Rain, who's doing her thing. Sweetwood is going to move this way.
Do I have another turn coming up? Or are we ending after this?
No. We're ending after this turn. Sweetwood again rushes one of the infantry squads and completely wipes them with their blades. Arthur, you're up. What would you like to do?
I will, because I have 300. How far am I from where I am? I have 320 with sharpshooter, and then how far am I from this guy? Oh, I'm well within range.
Plus 40, yeah.
But 320 range.
Yeah.
So I will sharpshooter and take a 5-point penalty, and I'll try to shoot Blackwing again.
Okay. Oh, you also had a downward angle, so.
I'm pretty sure this hits with 22.
22 will hit.
Sweet, plus 10 again. 9, so 19 plus.
I don't think you get that because you're not hidden.
I used steady aim, so I got advantage.
Oh, I didn't hear you say steady. I'm sorry. I heard you say sharpshooter.
Oh, okay. So that's 19. Hold on.
19 plus
Great
19.
numbers.
19 plus 19, 38 damage.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude even still alive?
He is no longer alive. As
Oh.
you take your arrow and hold up his
Nice.
bow, hold up your bow and release it, and
Yeah.
it sails across through the smoke, past all of the Cordelian archers, past the griffins and the drakes fighting in the air, and slams right into the throat of Volcranix Blackwind as he looks like he was getting ready to do another breath attack. And he no longer does as he falls to his knees.
I like to
Looks up
imagine the last thing he sees me on the wall, flipping him off again.
Yeah, and as he falls to his knees, he scans the battlefield as he's bleeding out and he's holding his breath. He looks at you and sees you flipping him off, and he goes to raise his hand and flip you off too, but falls to the ground dead.
All right.
R.I.P. Bozo.
Yeah.
That
Thank
should
God I
damage
took the
their-
sharpshooter.
That should damage their morale a bit.
All right, and that's my turn.
Okay.
Well, actually, yeah, I can't
So-
move, so yeah, that's my turn.
Failing Commander Volcranix Blackwind, and now comes to you, Khan. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna hit this guy again.
Okay.
$17.
17 will hit.
Nine slashing. Is he immune to poison?
No, but he's dead.
Well, I guess I will fly to the next guy.
Okay. Easy enough. You move 5 feet in front of you and go to the next guy.
Another attack. A 9.
A 9 will miss.
Will attempt to shield master shove him off the cliff.
Okay. That is a 15.
7.
You take your shield and smack him off to the left, or sorry, to the right of your position. He falls 40 feet.
What's the Wilhelm scream?
I was
Yeah.
Yeah, the
the
Wilhelm
goofy
scream.
yell. Yahoo!
Yeah, he falls 40 feet and slams onto his back and is unmoving, dead.
I will then fly to the next guy.
This guy. You go right here.
I'll use my
and go for
last
melee range.
hasted action to make an attack.
Okay, go for it.
22.
That'll hit.
10 slashing.
He's also dead as you slash the first guy, killing him, knock the second guy off of the wall with your shield, and walk up to the third guy. He's like holding up his sword, jittering it. Back up! Back up! And you just simply walk forward and enter your sword into his stomach and push him to the side. The
Fly.
ballista on this side are no longer in operation.
Fly over here to the other ballistas.
Okay.
Do we
Fucker.
see into the fort now? Because you said there's other people in the fort. But,
Yeah, you Daifu, Khan, you, and Barvor can all see into the fort, and you do see that there are more people, kind of moving around, getting ready for defenses, more soldiers. You also see from up here, it looks eerily similar to the map, though in reality, obviously, it has a lot more detail. And you see the building that leads down into the dungeon. Following that, though, is that your turn, Con? I hope so.
That's my turn.
Okay. So, slaughtering these ballista operators, it now comes to the Flornians, who will do their turn real quick. These guys are all rushing, dashing.
Oh, nice. See, the map is slowly turning yellow. Slowly but surely.
Okay.
Now I'm having flashbacks to the shadowy figure in the clouds coming out from Wishbone.
Oh yeah.
All right. The Cordelians and the Florians continue to do combat. You see, they begin to even rush the position that you're currently in, with the Florian cavalry committing to a flank. The clerics beginning to do damage against these slow Cordelians, which take this much. Oh, these guys dash actually. Anyway, these guys take the 30. Okay. Yeah, the Florians begin to go for a flank, using their dash to go around, kind of occupying the position that you guys were in to give you kind of a saving grace in a way. Not that you guys necessarily need one currently. And then it comes to the Cordelians, who will react. See here. All right. The archers here are going to attempt to shoot at Samuel, because you're the highest out of all of them. They're going to arrow volley. Oh, actually, oh yeah, well, yeah, okay. So they will arrow volley you. Oh, actually, no, they're going to do a barrage action. So, let's see here. 20-foot square. There we go. They hold up their bows, and one of them yells out, "Barrage!" And they shoot dozens and dozens and dozens of arrows into the air, as that entire 20-foot cube becomes just engulfed in arrows. So I need both you guys to make a dexterity save.
Okay.
It's a DC 14.
Shit.
If you fail, you take 21 points of piercing damage. If you succeed, you take half, so you take 10. Oh, shit.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you're in.
Yes, he was.
Is it? Am I making this? Oh,
Yeah. DC 21. Or sorry, DC 14. I'm sorry.
you said Dex?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'll fail.
So if you fail, you take 21 points of damage, and I need a concentration saving throw from you.
That's just con save, right?
Con save, yeah.
Just need to make it 10. It's fine.
Okay, I made it
Ooh,
10.
exactly.
Just barely made it.
Yeah.
Okay. As the arrows rain down upon you, they slam into your shoulders, and you can't help but just try to ignore it as you continue to push forward and concentrate on slowing as much of this this just wave of draconic red that's coming upon your comrades, and you maintain concentration on slow. You both take the damage, I believe, and that will be the turn there. The archers here will not work on you. Yeah, these guys are gonna focus on doing that. Yeah, no, these archers would do it too. So these guys are in a barrage right here. Hitting Samuel and Adelaide this time. So another dex save from you both. DC 14.
Oh no.
No.
17.
Got it, finally. I knew there was something stuck in my teeth. Man, that was
You take 19 points of piercing damage if you failed, and half, which would be 9 if you succeeded. As once more, just a wave of arrows just crashes upon you all. Or you both, rather. With the archers doing their things done. And now comes to you, Daifu. What would you like to do?
All right. Can I have a 40-foot cube?
5, 10, 15, 20. I think this is 40. Let me double check. Yeah,
Right.
here you go.
With Z's instruction, I have learned to use water in a form that isn't tidal wave. All right. I cast. Let me go to my other monitor. Transmute rock to mud. Non-magical rock of any sort in the area becomes thick flowing mud. And that area becomes, every 5 feet moved in that area becomes every 1 foot becomes 4 feet. So it's like difficult terrain. And
That entire wall would, yeah, okay.
a creature must roll a strength saving throw when they move in the area.
Yeah, or take a bunch of damage. Okay, so...
Or it gets
First off,
restrained.
they're also going to fall.
And if mud falls on anyone, then they take damage if they fail dex saving throw.
Yeah, well, let's roll dex saves for them first. Oh, I only need to roll the first. Okay. They will fail.
As soon as I saw that
It's
first
41.
map, I was like, yes! Rock walls.
Go ahead and roll your 48.
Alright. Oh, 21 bludgeoning.
So the wall begins to completely crumble in front of you, Khan, as you see it slowly begins to turn into, rapidly begins to turn into mud and just kind of like fall in on itself. The ballista gets consumed in the mud. You see one guy is like in quicksand almost and is trying to get out of it, and you see he holds up his hand towards you. Help me, help! And then gets consumed in the mud, no longer to be seen. One guy jumps off to avoid it, cracking his legs and is unmoving on the ground 40 feet down below. And the other one also just falls in with the mud, having the stone crumble out from underneath him, effectively destroying all 3 of these ballistas. And completely ruining the integrity of this wall. The moat is now slightly filled as well, accessing a reliable way of transportation for any assaulting army to get right into the heart of Fort Belbrit. Well done.
And I'll move just a little bit. And I'll assess the situation, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. So, with a portion of the wall now completely compromised, you immediately see Arthur, Barvor, Khan. A lot of the interior personnel are beginning to now flock to that portion of the wall to try and defend it. But that is your turn?
Yes.
Samuel, what would you like to do?
Okay. Shit. All right. I'll let my tentacles go first. Oh shit. Okay. This one is gonna go for the shaman down here.
Okay.
12. I'm guessing we'll miss. Maybe.
A 12 will miss. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. This one will continue to go for this Cordelian infantry over here. Uh, 25 to hit,
That'll work.
and that'll do 12 bludgeoning over here. Nice.
The tentacle grabs the last remaining guy of that squadron, drags him through the grass about 10, 15 feet, slams him down with a quick extermination, and then drags it down beneath the ground to the domain of Malargus.
And Rut is now gone too.
Rhett is now gone because his target is gone.
And this tentacle will move over here, and it'll go for the shaman as well.
Okay.
14.
14 will hit.
Okay. And that'll do 13 bludgeoning.
They are hurting, but they're not bloodied or anything. That's the first damage they've taken so far. The shamans all begin to react after being hit, kind of scattering slightly, but still maintaining some sort of coherency.
Ooh. Okay. I will then cast I need a 20-foot radius again.
Okay.
Perfect. Let's see here. I'm gonna go right here. This, like,
Okay.
so I can get
5,
these
10,
two.
15. Sorry, this is 20. There you go.
And at 5th level, I am casting Synaptic Static.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shamans had their turn. They are going to attempt a 3rd level counterspell you.
Okay.
so they have to roll.
I know to did hit DC's at 15 intelligence.
Okay. Yeah, 10 plus spells, so 15. Okay, give me a second. They failed their counterspell.
Let's go. Okay, so those guys will hear, and Adelaide will also hear, and probably Doc will just hear what sounds like a bunch of people being sacrificed and eaten alive. As they take 34 psychic damage.
Jesus Christ. Those guys are actually not that. 34. Two of the squadrons just begin to hold their helmets and just all begin to fall to the ground, one after the other, in succession, listening to the screams of people being sacrificed and realizing that they can't take it anymore. And the psychic screams just burst their minds as they tremble and fall to the ground. It happens to a few of the soldiers of this squadron, but they're more hardy and they continue pushing forward, ready to continue the fight. However, the battle is beginning to dwindle in kind of a 50-50 favor at this point in time, and you guys were the turning tides, and no pun intended. And you guys, well, definitely made a difference in this portion of the fight, but it's not quite over yet. Is that your turn, Samuel?
I'm just gonna look at Doc and also Adelaide and say, I could keep killing, but I need some help. I'm hurt pretty bad, and that'll be my.
I'm coming, sir.
Barvor, you're up. What would you like to do?
Okay.
As you stand atop the wall with Arthur, the smoke and breeze in your hair as you look down across the chaos of the battlefield.
Alright, well, I see the rear left wall is no more. So, I will turn my attention to the front lines here. And I will look towards where my party is, and I'll see the shamans, and I will launch 2 of my Eldritch Blasts at the shamans, and then 1 at the archers right behind them to the left. The ones that are closest to the tentacles.
These 2. Gotcha.
Okay, so it's 25 for the first.
For the shamans, that'll hit.
Yeah. It's another 25 for the shamans. And then 17 for the archers.
All 3 will hit.
So 14 and so it's 24. What's it called? Force damage on the shamans.
They are hurting. They're effectively bloody at this point in time.
And then 10 on the archers.
Okay. The archers, one of them gets downed, the Eldritch Blast kind of blasting a hole directly through his chest as he just crumples to the ground. The shamans are a bit worse for wear. One of your Eldritch Blasts kind of like blasts one of the arms off of this guy as he's holding his staff, and he's not able to cast spells anymore as he holds it and drops to the ground. Is it your turn, Barvor?
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and duck back down and take cover.
Okay. So as you take cover once more, you all begin to kind of elevate yourselves a bit off of this battlefield. it's been quite a different experience from other wars you've been a part of. Maybe not as hands-on as fighting in the streets, and it's going a bit differently, and you're beginning to see that, well, all it takes is one tide to turn it from low tide into high tide. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session as you guys finish, or close to finishing, the first wave of assault against the Fort Bellbrook. And next session we'll get behind the walls and hopefully into the dungeon as well. But for now, you all continue to fight against the Cordelian army. Thank you all for playing.
GG.
Yeah.
Awesome.
GG.
Yeah, it's a little rough,
GG,
bit of a rough start, but I think we pulled it off pretty well.
Yeah.
We got our
Yeah, yes, you
stride.
did. Let's overwrite this save. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely, like, obviously approaching it from a stealth point of view. There was different ways for you guys to get in there, but obviously I assumed that eventually you would probably have to get into some dirty combat. So, but we'll find out what you guys do next session in a couple more weeks.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys.
Good
Thank
night,
you for
guys.
staying.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Hey, guys.
Night.
Let's see. That is it for tonight for me too. I'm gonna go ahead and read a friend of mine here, an associate. I think I'm gonna go ahead and raid Sloth Monster again. He's playing. Looks like he's playing Minecraft today. Some kind of mod. I'm not sure what mod pack he's playing. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. I will see you tomorrow night, about 7:30 Eastern. Doing Phasmophobia weekly challenge, and maybe do some more of the Easter event. Work towards getting that trophy. But yeah, thanks again for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. It's your host, Hanukkah Kelt, signing out. Have a good night.